everyone, what is going on? My name is Timpedia, and welcome back to the TNT podcast, where I have a better sounding mic setup. It's even jankier than before, and it will be for next podcast, but eventually I'll have an office again.
At least it doesn't sound like ass like it originally
Yes,
did.
I apologize, everybody, for having a terrible sounding setup. I literally just went even more... I'm destroying my gaming chair. It's very sad. But it sacrifices for your audio quality, so...
A noble sacrifice.
Not that that makes sense to anyone. Like, I'd have to take a picture to have anyone understand why I'm describing it that way. But instead of taking a picture, I will introduce the other co-host of the TNT podcast, because it's not just me, but also on my right.
As always, it's Friedman, also known as Andrew, mostly known as Friedman.
And on my left.
Just Tyler. I'm like slightly preoccupied.
Bye.
Are you still
By-
in the PS1 game?
Well, no. Yeah, but no, right? So, like, I am, but I'm really focused on what we were talking about before. I'm not gonna spoil it for later because that's like mildly a topic. The wars.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm just like, I don't know a fucking one of them
Oh,
that
yeah,
are
we'll
in
get
this
there.
final.
We'll get there.
Bring that point up as soon as you remember when we're there, because we can talk about
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
But
that's
first-
fine. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
it'll
going
be a
back
good
to take a
conversation.
nap, so
Well,
it's nap time right now.
um,
And you listeners know what that means. It's
time to talk about
magic news.
So,
Yeah.
there's no big news or story or anything like that. I didn't put this on here for any like big story. It's more just so Freeman, we have not checked in on set spoilers for a hot minute here. We had the Commander Legends Battle for Baldur's Gate, and we had Double Masters spoilers all in the past like month and a half. We're in the middle of we're at the end of a super heavy spoiler season. Like new
Hold on, I actually strongly disagree with that statement. We're not at the end of the spoiler season. We're still in the middle of the longest spoiler season in the history of MTG.
What do you mean?
It's been 2 years now where spoiler season has
Oh,
been
well.
running continuously week to week.
That's a different. That's not
Honestly, like I don't know when we're in spoiler season anymore, because every day I'm seeing new cards at
Well,
this point. Like
so-
Every day it's a spoiler.
it's like
So-
it's when you get your Christmas wish come true, but it's not what you really wanted.
So we are in a drought until about the end of August now that the Warhammer Commander decks got delayed.
Gotcha.
Wow, talk about a sentence I never thought I'd say before this year. The Warhammer 40K Commander decks got delayed to October.
You know what's funny? Every time you guys like come out with like talk about these like crossover cards, I swear it's every theme that comes out. It's like, nah, with this one we're gonna get Tyler to start playing. Like,
No, we gave up on that.
No,
not you guys. I'm talking about
Wizards.
Wizards.
In general, is like,
Oh.
we want all nerds to play Magic. We don't want this to be a niche hobby. We want this to be the Fortnite of tabletop card games.
It is funny though with the reception
Yeah.
to so part of the reason I wanted to bring this up is because Commander Legends 1 is one of the most influential sets for all of Commander. It gave us Hullbreacher, which was banned, Opposition Agent, we had the Vampiric Tutor reprint, Mana Drain reprint, we had Jeweled Lotus, we had Jessica's Will, all cards that are going in my Captain Vance deck when I build it. But that set had a big impact on Commander and was apparently a fun limited format, not that we ever got to do Commander Limited. So Commander Legends 2, the Battle for Baldur's Gate, the second D&D crossover set, had a lot to live up to, and boy, did it not really deliver for anybody. It was a very D&D.
I saw.
It was a good
Go ahead.
D&D set from the looks of it, but there is almost no money here. Sets you can buy set boosters, booster boxes for $80.
Bastas?
Set.
Yeah, I was gonna
booster
say your average
boxes.
expected coming out of those boxes is like less than 50 at this point. Like
Yeah.
it's a financial wash.
It's funny. The professor at Tellurian Community College, one of the biggest Magic YouTubers, he did a video where he did a box opening of set boosters. I think no, they only had draft boosters for Commander Legends. I think either way, he opened a box of boosters, and he had an editing error where he made it look like he lost money from opening a $30 from like opening a $15 card, but it was the only card of value he opened, so it looked like his box was worth $7 instead of a whole $40. But
Damn.
just the fact that one card from the list, not even a card from that set, a card that was just a lucky reprint in the set booster, is what made up the money, like, is so indicative of just how not valuable this set is.
Damn,
Like
bro.
it's actually nuts. No set in recent memory has ever sold. I don't want to say poorly, but like tanked. Like Friedman, Streets of New Capenna still sells well, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Kamigawa was like sold amazingly well. Double Masters is already fucking sold out everywhere. Double Masters 2022, like it's already like
Big surprise, where every rare is a
$400 for a
banger.
box. Well, no, it's not. There are plenty of duds in that set.
Yeah, but you get 2 rares per pack, so you're bound to get a banger.
Freeman, go
The,
buy that. That is dangerous.
Yeah, I know it's a load of say. I've seen people showing their mythic pulls and being depressed because they lost like $100 in the box.
Good. They should. They should
It's
just buy
very
singles.
swingy.
Yes, it's extremely swingy, and like the value of those boxes is propped up by fucking Imperial Seal and what's that double red? It's like Warlord's Fury or something. One of those, like Portal's Three Kingdom cards that are worth
Oh, one of
hundreds
those ones.
thousands of
One of the old ones
dollars
where
because they were
there's
never
just none of
printed
them
anywhere.
around.
Yeah, there's like 2 of them in the world. But anyway, it was more just wanting to get on here to talk. Like, so that set has really been called into question because the reprints in Double Masters look like cards that should have been in there for Commander. But we're just getting too much. Like, it's a problem when I feel like, and I saw this on Reddit a whole bunch and content creators and stuff, but like we're past the tipping point where we are getting too many products.
Yeah, someone showed a chart of how many cards got printed per year, and we're at the point where like, it's like 4 times as much as it was 5 years ago.
well, even beyond that, for the Commander format, I saw a tweet from Saffron Olive where he retweeted someone else's math, but 25 or 20% of all legal Commanders were printed in the last 16 months for the entire Commander format.
And with the advent of uncommon legendaries,
No, I know,
that
but
makes
like
sense.
I think it was like the first 20% were like the first 12 years of the game or something like that. Now, obviously the game has evolved a lot, but it speaks to just how much Wizards is focusing on Commander. Like they are turned heavy into Commander.
Yes, because it actually ends up selling packs now.
But it's just
now,
like,
why? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
no. What were you gonna say?
I'll say, why do you think that is? Like, why do you? How
Oh,
do you?
because it's
Why do
well
you think the
established that
paradigm?
at this point, Commander is Magic's most successful format.
I mean, no, but the reason
No.
for that is like
Yeah, that's
even when standard was Wizards' big thing, they always acknowledge that you're random tabletop players who just want to play. They don't really care about these like hyper competitive formats. They just want to throw down cards on a kitchen table.
Mm-hmm.
And Commander has largely taken over that space. Like no
Yep.
one does kitchen table standard anymore. Like everyone you know has a Commander deck, so everyone teaches people. So everyone's getting in at Commander now, which is weird. But it's dominated the casual space, and that's where a majority of the money is.
All right. Interesting. I never thought like. Do you think it's just gonna overtake? I guess like, or has it overtaken the standard format?
It kind of has at this
So
point.
the only
Like
reason it hasn't is because Standard is the arena of is the format of Arena.
yeah,
Hmm.
and they're like struggling so hard not to jeopardize it. And they're just like, fuck it, we'll make Alchemy some bullshit digital formats. That way you're forced to continue playing Standard as an alternative.
Interesting shit.
I don't know. It's Wizards doing Wizard stuff.
Yeah, there's no real topic here, and we don't have to dwell on it. But I just wanted to at least get out there, like, even for me, and partially because having a baby and everything, I'm just not able to play Magic all that much. But like, I look at spoilers and I evaluate cards, but I just don't get to play all that much. And I'm like, man, a couple of my Commander decks I could probably take apart and just cut it down to like 4 Commander decks that I really try to maintain.
And I'm at the point there's just too many cards coming out that like I will vaguely pay attention to spoiler season, and then twice a year I look at EDH Rec to see like what new cards made a splash this year, and then from the ones that people are playing, figure out do I have any decks where this works with something. So I've definitely changed my Magic consumption habits because there's just way too many cards to consider at this
Funny
point.
enough, I do watch a lot of content. Having a baby where I'm often looking at or often just like holding him or watching him, but like able to watch something on my phone. I'm watching plenty of Magic content. So I'm still ingesting new cards, but I'm just not doing I'm not playing very much.
Yeah, I'm just nowhere near as interested as I was when I was actually playing standard on Arena every day.
And
Those were
I'm
the
just
days.
not interested.
Well, but are you interested in our other returning topic from the
Wizard
past?
to Blizzard. Let's go.
That's
Honestly,
a great transition.
yeah, I want to say something about this.
Oh, please say something about Overdunk.
I'm not. I think my hype died for Overwatch 2, bro.
Yep.
I think it's over. I know Freeman, you're
Luigi.
like
No, that's not what I'm angry at. I'm angry
fine.
that like you guys very clearly weren't paying attention when I gave the Overwatch 2 update last week.
No, it's
No, I was
no.
you were.
We were.
No, Tim wasn't.
No. I just because we had our little discussion in our boys chat with Luigi. I wanted to just bring up Overwatch 2 again because I still was under the impression that Overwatch 2 was not supposed to completely phase out and replace Overwatch 1, and all three of you were like, what are you talking about? That's exactly how it was. And Freeman, you even brought up the comment. The messaging for Overwatch 2 has been atrocious. It's not about any particular update or anything. It's more just we had a conversation about this since the last podcast, and I wanted to bring it up here.
Yeah. So I'll give the little tidbit of info I should have said during last week's update is everything previously said about Overwatch 2 before the last news update isn't relevant anymore because that's all old Blizzard shit. Now they're I'll say rewriting the ship here and saying this is what the plan is going forward. The plan is, and the plan always was that Overwatch 1 players were going to be in the Overwatch 2 PvP system, and that's sort of the same way it is now. Everyone's playing Overwatch 2. Everyone's getting updated. It's the new live service. There's no sequel. They don't want to fragment the player base. It's just everyone's playing Overwatch 2 now. It's only launching
Overwatch
PvP.
2.0?
Yeah. It's only so I thought a lot about this, and the reason they want to do the 2 is they want people to jump in because they think it's a new game, even though it's not a new game. But it's a new game structure. So as far as I can tell,
and plenty of all the tanks did get redesigned to work as the one tank system.
Well, yeah, no, the tank class as a whole got reworked to be like you are now the linchpin of your team.
Man,
everyone
Brigitte
functions
is even
around
less
you.
playable now. That's heartbreaking.
Wait, what do you mean?
I don't know. I feel like having now being forced to not have double shields means one person with a tiny shield is even less viable.
Brigitte was never a tank.
She was never a tank.
She was always a healer. So
yeah.
she can be your air quotes second tank in this.
Oh right. That's how long it's been since I played fucking Overwatch.
That's how Tim truly played Brigitte. Anyway,
what does that mean?
You played the most DPS Brigitte I've ever seen when she was still
great.
Meta.
Yeah.
Get in there and smack him.
Tim
with your
plays the roles poorly.
What do you mean? She's an aggro healer. That's literally how
she's
her like that though.
To who?
Very aggressively,
well, yeah, she's good as aggressive for you because you're fucking bronze,
what do
bro.
You
like,
need? Her healing
what
mechanic is based on hitting people with her mace.
Yeah, so the objective is get a smack and hold your shield up, then get a smack and then hold your shield up.
That's fucking boring.
You only need to get a hit to heal for 5 seconds.
She's literally
you only need one hit every 5 seconds.
Support.
Wake me up before
she's
you
in
no
support.
one wants to play the game.
Anyway, the only thing that's got me excited for Overwatch 2, which to clarify, they said PvE is not coming until 2023, but they said the way
that was the whole point at the beginning.
Well, they're only launching with. That's why the PvP update is so big and why they're giving it to everyone. Because we're aware the whole game's not launching, but we want everyone playing what we have so far. Especially because they've announced they're now on a 9-week content cycle. So in the same way that seasons work in Fortnite, where there's new content, it's gonna be the same thing with Overwatch 2, where they're including PvE content can drop, a battle pass will come out, which includes the cosmetics because they're getting rid of loot boxes because of Europe, and they also said new characters will be part of these things. So it's the same kind of idea. You still get the characters for free if you own the game, but they're probably going to be the center of attention for that particular 9-week content season.
I can't. How am I supposed to give a shit?
But hold on. I'll ask an important question here.
To Tim, as hello, we would like you to play Overwatch again. So here's PvP content, and now it's next year, loser.
But it's still all free for you. You don't have to pay a penny for any of this. You already bought Overwatch 1, so you get all of this.
It's just they were like, "Hey, come back to Overwatch soon. We're gonna have PvP content that you actually give a shit about and want to play." And now it's like, oh, the one content that I care. Like Luigi's like, "Yeah, I still want to play
You keep
Overwatch
saying
2."
PvP. Do you mean PvE?
PvE. Sorry, I'm mixing it up.
Yeah,
That's
okay,
my bad.
yeah.
That's my bad. Just the PvE being delayed means cool. I don't have to worry about Overwatch 2 mattering in my life in this calendar year.
Yeah, at this point, I'm willing to bet that they reworked it from being a single one-off campaign style thing to figuring out how do we do this as, how do I put it? What are they called? Like strikes in
Destiny.
Destiny, like that kind of thing. Like come up with limited time content that's fun to do in PvE instead of being like, here's Junkenstein's Revenge. We're going to do this every year for the next 5 years. It's going to be just a more faster pipeline of PvE challenges. But they've been radio silent about that since the re-announcement. So I don't trust anything said before the re-announcement a couple months ago because everything's changed since then.
I feel like you could have stopped it. I don't trust anything.
I mean, I trust everything they said at the last reveal. Most of it's not that great, but I trust all of it. I don't trust it's gonna be good. I just trust that it's releasing. Anyway, you can currently buy into the beta. There's like a $40 pack where you get what essentially amounts to first 3 seasons of battle passes, some exclusive skins, and then beta access. So it sounds like it's one of those close to net positive, or close to equal if you were gonna buy the battle passes anyway. So for Overwatch fans, go do that. I am not gonna spend $40 on this free to play game.
Big fucking same.
And unless the battle pass has some shit that I actually really want, I'm not touching this. I got roped into the Magic battle pass. That is some manipulative, play this every day kind of monetization shit.
Sure is.
After 3 seasons of that, I was so turned off from battle pass in general. But I was going to say at the beginning of this, what do you guys think about games where battle pass is like the center of it?
If you play it every day, it's good for you. If you don't play it every day, don't even bother.
Yeah, that is pretty much the same thing. I feel like I don't like the model either, I guess, but like if you do play like every day, like, or I should say enough to make the battle pass worth it, then sure, I guess. But like, I don't know.
But
There's something about it.
It's intentionally a slippery slope, and it's still gross.
It is.
But I feel like enjoyment of Overwatch 2 is going to be so predicated on do you like battle pass? Because like that style of game just turns me off because I don't like the feeling of needing to play it. It makes me not want to play it.
Well, so that's how they trick you though. At least this is how Call of Duty does it, and I'll say this: they're pretty smart for doing it. So like, they'll give you a chance, right? Like if you buy I mean, I don't know if it works like this, but when I played Modern Warfare,
I remember I bought one of those battle passes or some levels or something. I think.
Yeah. So if you buy the battle pass, right, and if you play the battle pass to its completion, you will have enough credits to buy the next battle pass.
Right.
And I'm like,
so
dang.
It super rewards serious players.
Yeah, it makes you like, oh, well, I gotta finish the battle pass so I can pay for the next one to come out. And like, goddamn. And then even if you don't, you're like, well, I'll just get on the horse again next month. Like, it's completely fine, right?
Kind of reminds me when Luigi was like, "Oh, you can buy your WoW sub with in-game gold," and I was like, "Okay."
It's literally that. It's literally where it came from, though.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a double-edged sword there. Like, it's good if you're really into it, but if you're not, then there's no point. With I would argue, right? That's like any subscription, anything, right? Like, it's good value if you are using it. If you're not, then you should just dump it. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
Nope. It's totally reasonable.
But then again, I'm also not one for like for me, I don't think it's that good because I'm not big on cosmetics.
Mm-hmm.
Like I come from the bygone era of boomer multiplayer shooters where everybody has the same gun and everybody has the same armor. The only thing you could customize was like your fucking emblem in Halo, and that was it.
Man, I miss custom servers in Counter-Strike Source so badly. Like that was so much more fun than any matchmaking or game system I've seen in the last 10 years. Like I just want to join a random server where just Sandstorm plays 24/7.
You don't. There aren't any of those that like you can just find.
I mean, there are, but like it's not the same anymore.
How much you want to bet you can go on like Game Ranger
Hmm.
and just go on like
On a
a random.
populated server.
Yeah, how much you
If
want
I
to
remember,
bet
it's
that
funny.
they're
I
there?
haven't been on Game Ranger in quite a while, but back when I was, there was plenty of Counter Strike on there.
There's gotta be.
Damn, maybe I should go relive my high school summers.
There you go.
Jesus.
All right, let's
All
move
right.
on to some actual news stories.
All right, yeah. So some more shit that happened a long time ago. So Final Fantasy VII 25th anniversary stream. Everyone was expecting that we were going to get the. So actually, sorry. Let me give some context. Last time we all met for the podcast, they just had the Final Fantasy 16 reveal. And when they confirmed that it was coming out next, like middle of next year, everyone's like, "Well, that's it. There's no way Final Fantasy 7 is coming out before that. It's definitely coming out winter 2023 or later." And then 2 days after we recorded the podcast, this stream happens. And at first I was really mad because last year they had a big stream showing off all the new Final Fantasy 7 related projects, except for Part 2. And they opened this stream by showing all those games again because almost none of them have come out yet. They're all still releasing later this year. So the first half of it is like, we already know about all this shit. We were not excited for it last year, and we're still not excited even though it's coming out in 3 months. Show us something. And then they start showing footage, and I'm watching this trailer. I'm like, wait a minute. Is this Crisis Core, the PSP game? And it is. They're remastering it, but they wouldn't call it a remaster or a remake. They're just like, yes, Crisis Core is now playable. Well, not now
Crisis
playable,
Core.
but like going to be playable.
Wowzers.
And it's looking more and more like it's a remaster. Either way, really cool. While I love the game, the graphics are from the PSP, so they don't hold up too well today.
Shit.
So it's gonna look really sick with the engine update. But I think the gameplay is gonna stay the same.
Can I offer my
Go ahead.
opinion on
How do you
that?
feel about Crisis Core?
I like Crisis Core, but just this whole like topic in general, I'm just Square Enix, just stop beating Final Fantasy VII like a dead horse, bro. Just stop.
I mean, they set themselves up for a timeline to stop. For some context here, all of the original staff from Seven is working on this project, and a lot of them are getting ready to retire. And part of this is we got to do this at some point. So this might be the end of the Final Fantasy VII spam, at least once the third part of the remake comes out.
Oh, so like
I
10
just
years from now.
yeah. I just want to know why Final Fantasy VII has more games as a franchise than most other like
Actual
game
franchises.
franchises I know.
So I was thinking about this. Final Fantasy VII was for a lot of kids like, well, first of all, for most people, it was like the first 3D JRPG. This long, epic game that had polygons and real pixels, not this 2D shit. So for a lot of people, 7 has a way stronger, lasting impression than like 8 does because 7 was just like the first to do that.
Well, 8 was ass, so you know.
I still stand that I think 8 looked better, but it did not play better.
Oh, it looked better. Don't get me wrong. It was still a fucking garbage game. The only thing good about it was the card game.
Oh my god.
And I stand by this.
One of these days, I actually have to. Anytime I see a card game in a video game, I just walk away because I don't want to do this. But maybe I'll have to give it a shot.
Dude, Final Fantasy VIII is the only card game where I even debate it. Like, I played multiple of the card game, like, because I'm the same way as you. When I see a game, like, oh my god, in Horizon Zero Dawn, like the new one, in Forbidden West, they have this fucking side game. The only reason why I played it was to get the trophy, and then once I beat it, I fucking quit it. It's dumb. Didn't play Gwent. Like, I hate it.
There's nothing I hate more than seeing my quest log filled with Gwent stuff.
It's ass. But yeah, Final Fantasy VII, I don't know, man. It's just a lot, and like I totally get it. There's like a lot of nostalgia, but holy shit, there's just so much.
My argument is that since they're doing a second Final Fantasy VII remake, this one is like it's just take original Final Fantasy VII, make the models look nice.
Wait,
and that's coming out for. I mean, this got announced last year. I forget what the name of this is. But it's like actual remake of the original, like 1-to-1, still looks top-down angles, but like everything looks cleaner.
They already kind of
Um,
did that though.
All right, I'm gonna actually take a nap while Tyler was joking before, but I'm just gonna. This is gonna be a lot of fun.
Yo, I don't blame Tim. This shit is boring.
and get to the fun part.
Keep
What is
going.
the fun
They
part of it?
confirmed that part 2 is in fact coming out next winter, which is kind of shitty. But more importantly, they confirmed that it's going to be a trilogy. Like
That's
with the
Oh,
current pacing, everyone was like, they're gonna need 6 games to cover this. And with them announcing a trilogy and them really baiting that Zach may or may not have survived the alternate timeline from Crisis, I don't know. Spoilers, sorry fans, you should be aware of this at this point. It sounds like they are going to change a lot to get it into 3 games. So people who wanted a traditional
dude.
classic FF7 story with the remake engine, you're not getting it. You're getting Tetsuya Nomura's new vision. And the other remake is going to be more for you. But it was just the fact they announced that basically confirms what everyone's thinking. So
I mean, I would be hard pressed. I mean, like the fact that it is a trilogy. I had a feeling that it was going to be a trilogy. I didn't think it was going to be more than 3.
thought they were going to be 4.
Fuck no, that's not what they do. They do everything in 3s except for 10. I'm honestly surprised they stopped at 10 too. But I digress.
Anyway, that was the big thing. Also,
Yeah.
it's not called Remake Part 2. It's called Rebirth. And we don't know what the last re is going to be.
Reincarnation.
Final Fantasy yeah, right.
Reinvigoration.
Something some
Reunited.
kind of Tetsuya Nomura bullshit.
Actually, no, sorry.
Re-entry.
It's so it can't be Reunion because I think Reunion is the name of.
Oh yeah, they went with Crisis Core.
I'm actually kind of upset though because like part of me doesn't want to pay for all these things,
Redemption, Retribution.
but Square Enix is gonna get my money, and I
Yeah.
don't want that.
Man, honest question: why not just put a pre-order out right now for all 3?
They already put out a pre-order for the Crisis Core remaster.
But I'm
Jesus.
saying, why not put up a thing and say, hey, you want to spend $100 and you already bought. If you spend $100 right now and you already bought the first part of the remake, you'll get the other 2 whenever they come out.
So the only reason they don't is when the first remake got delayed the first time. So many people canceled pre-orders that they're like, this is bad. We don't put pre-orders up that early
one
anymore.
of those losers, as soon as the game came out or within a month of it coming out, rebought their pre-order. Anyone who fucking pre-ordered that thing did end up buying the game.
Probably.
There is
No,
a
it's
negative
true.
% chance that any of those fucking losers.
He's got a point. He's
Dude,
got
No,
a
no,
point.
I agree with you.
over that.
When I say probably, I mean like 90+%.
90+%.
No, I'm 100%. I'm 100%
No.
positive.
Freeman's got a fair point. There's probably like a 10%
There are some people who are like, I'm pulling my pre-order and using that $60 that I can only spend on one game to buy something else. There's probably some people who are like that, but a majority of people who were willing to pre-order this 2 years out, you were waiting for this game. You're playing it either way.
Yeah, like anyone who did the pre-order was like, "Oh fuck, this is delayed. I can't believe it's delayed." They went, "Oh, but it's not delayed anymore."
Plus, in the digital era, there's
And
literally
those
no
models
point to
are
pre-ordering
real.
if you're buying the digital.
Yeah, there is no point in pre-ordering.
That's what I did for That's what I did for Kingdom Hearts. I was just like, screw the stores, screw waiting, screw this pre-order shit. I'm just buying it day of. And
Friedman,
it worked.
you even had the chance to back out before the game came out, and you still went down that
Look,
road.
you gotta
Literally
learn
the
from your
biggest,
mistakes.
literally the biggest waste of $60 in my entire life.
Damn, I don't know. That seems extreme.
No, it's not. It's
Tyler,
not.
I'm sure
I didn't have
I'm-
fun playing that
I'm
game.
sure you've had $60 worth of bad food before.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, you know what? You're right. You know what? You're right. You're right.
And that place you had and the place you had that bad food happened to be a great place to find ingredients, right?
I
Never mind. That
guess.
was awful.
Anthony,
joke.
I don't.
Is that a Final Fantasy 15 joke
No,
about
it's in
ingredients?
Kingdom Hearts 3 where
Oh.
every time you walk near anything, Donald just starts flipping out about finding ingredients. Never mind. Sorry.
Speaking of a Nintendo franchise like Disney's Donald Duck,
Wait, what?
Actually, not speaking of Nintendo franchises, because this Nintendo Mini Direct was all about third parties and indies. And I'm not going to report it in the indies because I don't give a shit about anyone. Let's talk about the big ones. First and foremost, I actually should have swapped the order. We'll do it in the order that's written down. So the one that's actually most exciting for me, the Battle Network series, for anyone who doesn't know, was this series of 6, and I'll say 7 because there's one mini spin-off game. But there were 7 Game Boy Advance games. All were really good, grid-based. I I don't know, action tactic, some kind of action RPG. The point is, I love this franchise. I've played everyone except for one. Um, and they announced they're doing a legacy collection, so all 7 of them are being released in one physical package, and then they're splitting to 2 for 2 digital releases. So I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is the other one. And I don't know where Chip Challenge is going to fit somewhere in here. But point is, this is going to be available on Switch, Steam, and I think PlayStation. Either way, this is the first time it's available on a non-Nintendo platform. This is the first time it's been available since it was out on Game Boy Advance. So finally, other people can play these games. I love them. I had been emulating 4 last time I was playing them, but these are good. I love these games. Like, one of my programming challenges at some point is to recreate the battle engine from Battle Network, because I still think this grid combat is super cool.
Tactics games are fun.
Yes, there's not enough. There's not enough of them. I do need to start
I
playing.
mean, there's
Time
not enough.
Strategy.
There's so many.
Are there
Yeah.
actual good ones?
Have you not played XCOM?
No, I haven't. You actually recommend playing it?
That's a banger, dude.
I always thought it was a meme and people were just recommending.
No, XCOM's a fucking banger.
Oh, is it
Are you
actually
talking
good?
about the modern remake, right?
The modern one.
Yeah, the modern first XCOM was pretty fun. I never beat it, but it's a fun game.
Oh, I beat it. In fact, I played that game so much at my security job in Arizona, dude. It's good. Actually, wait, is it on sale right now? I think it is because
Oh, for the
summer
Steam
sale.
summer sale.
Let's see,
What's the
XCOM.
number?
Yeah, XCOM 2's on sale. XCOM 1's on sale for $8.
Oh, damn,
Worth
it's
every
cheap.
penny.
2 or 1? What do you recommend?
I would just start. I'll just play 1. I played 2. I haven't beaten 2 yet, but it's worth it.
Gotcha. Anyway, I'll go Steam shopping later. Let's get through the rest of the non-Nintendo news. So the big one. So after the last not E3, where we heard that the Persona franchise was coming to Xbox and PC, and then no word on whether it was coming to PlayStation or Switch, like everyone had speculated. And then last week, so the week since our last episode, they confirmed all the shit's coming out for PlayStation, which just left Nintendo high and dry. No Persona for you. Fans are butthurt. And then it happens. We got the non-Nintendo Direct, and it was like, this is it. This is going to be the day. And they announced it. Every game in the Persona franchise, that being 3, 4, and 5, and only the air quotes remake versions of all of them, so Portable, Golden, and Royal, are all coming to Switch. Now, honestly, I figured 3 and 4 were because they're kind of old, but the fact that 5 Royal, a PS4 game, is coming out, has me questioning how it's going to run on Switch. 'Cause it's not.
I mean, didn't
Yeah,
it come out on Steam already?
Royal was announced for Steam 2 weeks ago. I don't know if it's actually out. Actually, is it actually out?
I couldn't remember. I know it was announced at least.
Why did I completely lose my search feature?
I don't freaking know.
For some reason, the XCOM franchise is my homepage now.
Hell yeah,
Okay,
brother.
then.
All right, no, here we go. Yeah, 5 Royal's not out yet on Steam, at least. So I don't know when that's actually dropping. But either way, franchise available. Smash fans who love Persona but haven't played a single one of those games, treat it like the new Fire Emblem, please. Please give more support. I want a Persona 6 already. It's been years. I can't take another Persona 5 re-release. I'm not doing this. And then last things, real quick. Portal. I never thought I'd be excited to see Portal, but they confirmed that Portal 2 is going to support local multiplayer with the Joy-Cons, which seems like such a novel concept, even though I'm never going to do this.
There's a lot of old games being released.
There's a lot of kids who've never played Portal.
Are they gonna play Portal? Are these kids gonna play Portal?
I don't know. If we can trick them into playing Minecraft, we can trick them into playing Portal. Just need the right streamer / YouTube personality.
You're not. Yeah, I guess you're not wrong.
All it takes is Markiplier screaming over Portal for 20 minutes to get all the kids playing the game.
God.
Anyway,
I don't want to talk about it.
the last one shown off. This one's been interesting because I don't think we had a trailer for it yet. But for some context, there's this old Super Nintendo JRPG by SquareSoft called I think it's Live Alive. I always called it Live Alive in my head. I realize that's not what it is. The point is, it was one of those like classic JRPGs that just never made it to the West ever. So it's never been playable in English, and they're remaking it with the Octopath engine. So this is the first time we playable in the U.S. And from the trailers, it looks like an Octopath RPG. So it looks pretty. We'll see how it plays. If you asked me 7 years ago would I play this, yes, but I don't have free time for random JRPGs anymore, so I'm not buying this. But I do like that they're really going into the 2D, 3D style of Octopath for other games, especially after Triangle Strategy did well. So I'm expecting we'll see a lot more out of this.
Okay, cool.
Maybe even the rumored Chrono Trigger remake,
Oh god.
which would be interesting to see.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Who needs
speaking
new games when we have old games to make forever?
anyway, saying speaking. Oh my god, I even lost my train of thought. Speaking of stuff from Japan, it's God. I lost my transition
Oh, God.
mid-speech. Anyway, first things first. Actually, no, we'll get to that later. Tim finished watching Kaguya.
Yeah,
I
I
have
was gonna
not
say.
supposed to get through, but they confirmed at the end of Kaguya that there is going to be another animation project, which I hate. I hate confirmations like this, where not only is there no release date, they won't even tell you, is this a movie, an OVA, what is this? And they're just like, you're gonna have to pay attention to our franchise to find out.
I mean, I'll talk about it now because I'm the only one who finished it, and I know Friedman. At least you're gonna watch it. Tyler, I don't know if you're actually gonna get around to watching season 3 of Kaguya.
I am. I'm gonna.
Okay, we'll see.
Damn, we'll see.
Yeah,
You know, I did
I know.
have somebody watching it with me.
Yeah, who?
Who?
Have you
Well,
seen
she's a
that?
mother now.
Have you seen that person at all recently to watch Kaguya with them?
I did actually. I saw her the week before, and guess what? She wanted to watch a cooking show instead, and I
Well,
wanted to oblige her.
Yeah, well, you should tell her you want to watch Kaguya because she'll rewatch it. But anyway, Kaguya season 3 is over. All I'll say is I gave it an 8 on my anime list. Yeah,
So that's all you're gonna
For
say?
context, what did you
I
give?
don't wanna-
Do you remember what you gave 2?
I will tell you exactly what my score breakdown of the history of Kaguya-sama is. Sorry, I have to scroll to K. Kaguya-sama. Now, I gotta check. Okay, so just going off chronological release. So it was 8. Oh, actually, I went 8, 9, 8. So I gave 2 a higher score than 3.
Gotcha. I'm currently leaning towards that. I gave both 1 and 2 9s because I think they're peak anime comedy.
I think
and
one
while I
star
like
is a
3,
little too rough.
while I like, it is kind of rough. I just watched it very recently, but I think it finishes strong enough to make up for it. But either way, 3, I'm probably at this point, it's an 8 tops. Well, it's good. It's not as good as season 2 was.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna just say this then, since you're working through it. The story is deeper and more interesting in Kaguya season 3. Like, they're trying to make progress, but it doesn't make up for the fact that there is not nearly as much really funny comedy. Like, it's funny and there's good moments, but there is not nearly as much. Wow, that was hilarious.
Because we don't have room for like full on gag episodes this season.
Yeah.
Um,
But anyway, I don't want to get. But yeah, so now they already confirmed a new animation project, which
I'm wondering if there's just not enough chapters because they're close to closing out the series, like having it all animated. So the question is like, is there enough for 12 episodes, or is this like we're gonna release a 5-episode OVA to close out the show kind of thing?
Would that be called an OVA or just a miniseries?
I mean, most very rarely do they use the term miniseries in anime. They usually just call it OVAs at that point.
Oh, that's right. That's why Endless Waltz was weird. That's what I always think of, was how Endless Waltz had a movie edit and a 3-episode OVA edit.
Yep. Anyway, we'll find out when we find out.
Yep.
Who knows how long it'll be.
But, I am glad to hear that at least there's more coming.
Yep. Anyway, on to another franchise that's got more coming. So back to Gundam. First and foremost, the new Gundam franchise, Witch from Mercury, which is at this point confirmed to not be in Universal Century, so it's going to be its own spin-off thing.
Yay, I can watch it.
All the character designs were shown off. A lot of the Gundam designs were shown off. How do I put this? When we're not in Universal Century, they always feel like we can just be crazy with the designs. Like if you look at how all the characters from Iron Blood Orphans looked, or even how
Yep.
their mechas looked, they were kind of outlandish. And the Witch from Mercury designs they don't feel similar to Iron Blood Orphans, but they feel just as zany. So it's gonna be one of those shows. I'm excited for it. I saw some of the images of what the first round of figures look like, and they look kind of but I'm hoping the anime can sell me on all of it. Either
I
way,
mean, it will. That's its job.
it's Gundam. The whole point
War,
here is to sell me stuff.
yeah, war is bad. Buy our toys.
Buy our plastic. But more importantly, there is going to be a prologue. So I'm assuming it's like a 1-episode prequel. Is coming out on July 14th. From the sound of it, I would be willing to bet money that Crunchyroll is going to stream it the weekend it comes out.
Yes,
Mostly
please.
because
I would love to. I would love to watch a new Gundam thing and see how it is.
mostly just because Crunchyroll is getting all of the Gundam stuff recently. And I was very excited because I'm still on Zeta Gundam. I was watching it today during lunch at work. People just keep slapping each other in the show. I don't know what was going on in the early 80s in Japan, but just everyone is constantly slapping each other. And I'm pissed. I want to slap Crunchyroll because they got so much Gundam shit. They have some of the newer stuff, including like Gundam The Origin, which is like almost a remake sort of original Gundam. Point is, they got Double Zeta, the sequel to Zeta, but they did not get Zeta. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. They got Wing, they have Seed, they have Seed Destiny. These were the ones that are hard to get because they sell so well. And it's like, sorry, no Zeta. We have all of original Gundam, all 83 episodes, which I don't know if that's multilingual or whatnot, but the fact they have all of original Gundam and double Zeta and they just don't have Zeta kills me. It's like releasing Persona 3, 4, and 5 without 1 and 2. What am I supposed to do here?
Well, luckily there's on different consoles, so you do still have access to them. But it is I guess that is the same thing. You know, different. You go to Funimation still.
But that's the problem. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. My Funimation subscription is supposed to end at the end of July, and it's like I still have another like 29 episodes of Gundam to get through, and I'm only working through like 2 a week, max.
Well, while you talk about these other anime, I'm gonna go get some water real quick, so I'm very thirsty. So keep talking about other anime that I'm.
So keep talking.
These ones are gonna be real fast. Anyway, so for some context here, I'm not currently watching the show I'm about to talk about, but there is a golf anime called Birdie Wing Golf Girl Story. And originally I wasn't going to watch it because I'm like, this looks like a bad sports anime. And then it came out and everyone's like, yeah, it's a bad sports anime. And then episode 2 comes out and I was like, yo, this isn't a bad sports anime. This is a meme. And from that point on, it recontextualized, like, this is not supposed to be taken that seriously. And once you don't, it's supposed to be very good. But with a lot of meme shows, if it's just going to be 12 episodes, usually I can pass on it. If I see it really blow up, I'll watch it. But it ended, and it got a season 2 announced immediately after. Which means it's got enough like legs to stand on to warrant a season 2, which means just maybe the meme is real. So this is one of the shows where it's even I pay off for not watching it as it was airing, just let the community tell me was it worth watching. So Golf Girl's Story, I'm gonna give it a shot at some point.
All right, yeah. Let me know how it goes. I mean, I don't watch sports anime, so
I mean, most of them. The best way I can describe sports anime is it's just do you like shonen? And if you do, sports anime is all it is. All shonen at its core needs is give me a structured conflict where there's someone I root for and someone I don't. And it turns out that sports is a really easy way to create that structure between two characters, especially in a way that may be similar to high school students. So it's one of those things that's always going to be around because it's a very easy situation to either self-insert or just get invested in. But after watching, what was that one? The badminton one.
Oh, God.
I'm so hesitant, especially when I see a 12-episode sports anime announced. Like, that could be the single worst thing ever. Depending on what it is.
Depending on what it is.
We'll find out if Golf Girl's Story is the one. Anyway, moving on to funny story, listeners. So I'm reading through the anime headlines, and I see the headline reads Uzumaki delayed. Uzumaki being one of the, I don't know, franchise or just entries in the series from Junji Ito.
Yeah,
I think it's just like a one-off, right?
It's So it's a collection of stories that has a continuous plot.
Gotcha.
Actually, like they seem like all one-offs, and you're like, oh wait, these are all happening like in order.
Okay.
Yeah, so like it's a story. It's all one big story.
Anyway, but the big story to come out of this, especially because after the Junji Ito collection came out, and everyone was kind of like, about how it was animated.
Yeah.
A lot of attention was thrown at how they were going to handle Uzumaki, and they had to make a press release that they're delaying it with no date announced that it's moving to give the animation team a better opportunity to mimic the correct art style. So we'll see what happens. I'm willing to bet they got through the first couple episodes and it just looks like shit and they have to redo it, which is why there's no date given because they just don't know how long it's going to take to do this.
I
Um,
feel like it would be very hard given like just because like you got to make it creepy, or else like it's not gonna
yeah, it's
like
going to lose
you're
the
not gonna
impact.
catch the surrealness. Yeah,
Like I remember seeing, I forget who put it up. There was a video of like top 5 biggest manga franchises that are just impossible to do well in animated form, and
And
like,
all 5 were Junji Ito.
but
so Junji Ito was on the list, but then like Berserk was another one where it's just like no anime has the resources to attempt to recreate this like detailed drawing but in motion. And then it was pretty recently I saw some people working on just like animating the manga panels, and I'm wondering if it would be feasible to do something like that as a legit anime, like literally take the manga panels, just add animation. Like I
yeah,
feel I
I
feel like
mean,
it could work.
I feel like it can work. Like for Berserk, I feel like it can happen. It's just like
Who's actually going to?
who's gonna like it's an ambitious thing, sure, but like I feel like if it was, I'm not saying 1990s Berserk, but like the amount of quality you see in a lot of these like late 90s, like early to mid 2000 shows,
Yeah.
we could probably get it, but we don't really get that anymore.
Anyway, the big joke here is that the show's name is Uzumaki, and there's another show airing the same season called Uzaki-chan, which is somewhat controversial because they keep using her in like official Japanese agency ads, but her whole character gimmick is that just she is well endowed. And it draws a lot of criticism every time she's used an official mascot for organizations. And they just keep going back and using her anyway. So I figured it was canceled over that kind of thing. Not that it was a completely different franchise getting canceled for a complete or delayed for a completely different reason. But either way, fall is still completely stacked regardless of whether the show is airing there or not. It's gonna be
That
fun.
show has been uh delayed so many times. Uzumaki,
Honestly, with what
I
it's trying
mean,
to do, I'm not surprised.
yeah. Well,
Anyway, moving on. Last big point I want to bring up is that Anime Expo is this weekend. And
Oh
while it
boy.
wasn't as big the last couple years because of COVID, this year is looking like a return to form. And in the last couple years before COVID, Anime Expo was the place where like Japanese companies would actually come to announce things. Like Anime Expo was a legit venue for big announcements. So we might get some surprise news this weekend about something we weren't expecting. And I'm not like baiting that I know. I have absolutely no idea, but I'm expecting something to get announced. We'll see. But anyway,
all right.
I'm not going to do the soundboard for this. But ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the peak part of the weeb shit. During this time of year, as you all know it, our anime's Waifu Wars is underway. And unlike previous years, I
Oh
forgot
boy.
this week. So I have not voted at all in the first 2 rounds. And we are going to
And here we go.
go
Boom.
over the current progress together.
We are screen sharing and screen recording so that everyone can see
Oh,
where it's at
jeez.
right at live right now. Oh shit.
Good lord.
Wow, the friend from fucking Shield
Wait, hold
Heroine
on. Are you
actually.
sharing with Discord or just?
Oh god, I'm not going to be able to share. Oh god, I'll try to share both.
All right,
I
let's
hope
see.
my
Let's
if my
moment of
tablet
truth.
breaks and everything just dies.
Moment of truth. Let's find out.
Oh boy,
We
it
might
does
lose
not
the
want to do
recording.
this. Oh boy. Okay. We're live on Discord also.
All right, well, let's see how long this holds for.
Oh god.
We can still hear you loud and clear.
The recording still seems to be going okay. Can you guys see it?
All right. Yes, we can see. So
Yeah.
what do we got going
Oh,
on here?
God.
Oh my goodness.
So this is funny. I just noticed. So this is what I was talking about, Freeman. I noticed the friend from fucking Shield Heroine. It did get crushed by Chica, who is understandably first seed for this season.
Oh my god, she's first seed this year. Holy shit. It's finally not Aqua.
So she's gonna beat High Elf Archer, whoever. Oh, that's a Goblin Slayer, isn't it?
Goblin Slayer beats Ichigo from Darling in the Franxx. And then we have, well, all right, one of the quintuplets is it? Oh my goodness. Oh my god, she's up against
Tyler's
Haruhi.
interested.
Yeah,
Who
I was
was-
like, oh,
no.
Karena was. Oh, she was Iron Blooded Orphans, wasn't she?
Yes.
Shit, that's
No,
funny.
no. She's the other robot anime we watched here, 86.
Oh, yes, you're right.
86.
80 Shikso.
Yeah, I'm like wrong color trench coat. Everyone wears
Wrong
green
color
in Iron Blood Orphans.
Haruhi Suzumiya, the classic. Let's see.
Classic beating out Sword Art spin-off characters.
Oh,
Who
Iris
is
View
Maki?
lost to Rika. That's funny.
who's Rika?
I don't remember.
From oh my god, it's the one that has all the Z's in the title. What is this called?
Oh God.
ZZZZ Dynamon or whatever.
That's the sequel to it. I'm trying to remember what the original
Oh.
was called.
What's
Oh, sorry,
Maki?
SSS Gridman.
What's
Oh,
Maki
that
from?
one.
I don't know. Oh wait, hold on. She's from Kaguya. She's
Oh, the other girl on the council, the young girl. The young
no. She's not the security girl. She is I think this is. So you know, there's the two. There's that side couple, and they have that one friend who's in love with the guy who's in the side couple.
Oh, gotcha.
For some reason, she made it this far off of just the
What
show's
the fuck?
popularity.
Beatrice
Although in her
is
defense,
going.
she's been up against shit picks so far, so I'm not surprised. She's going to lose to
Shit
Rika.
picks.
This Beatrice is going to get smacked by Shiro.
What's Shiro from?
No game, no life.
Oh,
Which fans are waning because they just still want to announce.
that's a tough one coming up. Vivi versus Arena.
Arena.
Vivi's
No,
16th
Arena
seed,
smacked
let's
Ishtar.
go.
Oh my god.
Vivi, come on, Vivi, you're 16th seed. Let's go.
Yeah, she's gonna slaughter her. Food Wars stands no chance this year. I'm not even gonna attempt
Food Wars
to fight
is falling
this.
off so hard. There's no Vivi, please, Vivi.
It's what like
this
3
the
bad
first
seasons
year-
will do for you.
Is this the first year Vivi was in?
Yeah.
Damn,
yeah,
she
she's new-
launched
she's new.
at 16th seed. That's pretty solid.
Because last episode I screamed off a list of 2021 waifus who were added, and Vivi was definitely in there.
Winry. Oh, against
Winry's in
Mugi. Oh man.
Oh damn! Oh no! Winry's like borderline a classic waifu at this point. So, but Kaon is also getting up there in years. I don't know. No one likes seeing any of the Kaon.
I don't know. Mugi, I wouldn't say is as good as Winry.
Ooh,
Oh shit!
the
Another
next one's
86.
rough. So,
Oh man.
but she's up against Ilya, who's actually like, Fate fans love her.
Oh damn! The literal just hot chick Hashira lost to. Man, Fate fans can't be
Yeah,
stopped.
like she should, because Ilya's a legitimately good character.
Yeah, but we don't even have any fucking. She's just got boobs, big
I know.
anime titties, which I guess is reason enough for her to
thank
win, though.
God, Yumiko fell off and is ranked 209.
What? She lost to Sleeping Girl? Oh my
To
God.
Sleeping Girl. I don't know any of these people.
Gambling Girl loses to Sleeping Girl.
Well, Yumiko is from.
I do know
Kakegurui,
Yumiko.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
Didn't-
one.
wait.
It took me way too long to realize who Anju is. She's also from '86.
Oh shit! Yeah, it's purple hair girl.
Shows how little I remember everyone's names besides just Undertake.
Yeah, I don't remember the names.
All right. Wait,
Oh,
hold on.
there's
Rewind.
Shinobu.
Rico lost first round. Holy shit.
Who? Oh, well.
From Made in Abyss, and she lost to like an okay character from I don't remember the name of the
I
show,
think
but I
part of
remember
that is,
watching it and liking it.
You know, I wonder if that's a little bit of kickback from all the weird shit that was in Made in Abyss, but also the fact that Made in Abyss has been so out of the cycle
Yeah.
for so long.
Plus, a little bit of people are voting on sex appeal here.
Yes, it's Reddit. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh,
come on.
I'm so livid with this. Go to the top.
Why? I'm starting. No, we're on.
Well,
the
why would you
same
go
page.
top down and then bottom up?
Because
go top
I
down,
went,
top down.
I went down, over, up. We're starting down here. Started from
That's
the bottom. Now we
ridiculous.
here. Shinobu is going up against someone only Friedman knows.
Only I know. She's from the Monogatari series. The
So,
Monogatari
yes.
girls always make it to top 8, so
Okay,
don't.
so-
This
so-
could be close.
let's see. Based on last round, it shouldn't
Oh,
be.
hell yeah. Let's go. Let's go for the next one.
Milim is in it?
Against the best quintuplet.
Oh,
Who
shit.
eliminated another Food Wars waifu. Milan beat Maple, damn. I was actually reasonably close. It was only like 20 votes apart.
Wait, who? Oh, beat Maple. Yeah, that's pretty close.
We almost had Maple versus Miku. That would have been tough. For me, and only for me.
Oh, it's shit. Another fucking K-On! Character.
Versus
beat
another No Game No Life.
She beat the chick from Grand Blue.
From Grand Blue? Damn, I'm honestly not surprised.
I need to watch more of that show, but I recognize that art from listening to the music on YouTube. They always
use that song in my head.
They always use her as the art for the music.
No.
Who the fuck is Jabril?
So Jabril's from No Game No Life. She's
right, you said that.
For lack of better words, a succubus.
Kanade versus Miko.
But more importantly, look at who Kanade beat last round.
Damn.
I know our campers.
Campers.
Stay free.
Who? Oh, we got.
Whatever. Miko's gonna sweep that one, and then we. Oh boy.
Wait, what's Miko from again? Miko.
Miko Ino from Kaguya.
Oh, that is okay. Wait.
The disciplinary girl who's on the council, the one that you thought the other girl was.
God damn it! Why are? Oh, Maki and me. Fuck names. Fuck names. Same show. Have more different names. What is this? A comic book?
Anyway,
of
Wiz is
course,
gonna get
Wiz
the next one.
Gonna go.
Wiz is getting the next one. Let's be real here. That's all that's happening.
Who is Elania? Elena?
So there was an anime last year about this like roaming magical witch, and she was kind of smug, so everyone liked her, but the show was whatever. But she's a new waifu.
Friedman, speaking of fucking camping, Ozen got eliminated in round.
Damn.
Jeez.
Roxy versus
Roxy from Jobless Reincarnation. Strong pick. I strongly like her. She's like Megan without being a psychotic.
Is the girl she beat from Evangelion?
No. It's she's making the same face and pose as Asuka does during her intro, but it's a completely different character.
Oh, Shaw tears out. Boo! Where's Overlord?
For another Monogatari girl. I'm telling you, don't underestimate them.
Crystal the fucking Attack on Titan. Historia, yeah.
Versus another Monogatari girl.
Why are there so many? Oh my god.
Because weebs love this franchise. I've only seen the first two, and I don't understand why they like it. Like, all right, quick pause. The whole point of the Monogatari franchise is every single line is a play on words in Japanese that can't be translated into English. So when you watch it subtitled, it makes no fucking sense. Like, you cannot enjoy this unless you understand Japanese, and weebs just pretend to enjoy this. There. I'm done ranting. Monogatari's mid. You all just suck. This is horseshit. This is horseshit.
Maki?
Look who Maki eliminated effortlessly.
Damn, Meg.
My favorite to win is out.
Less than 100 votes.
God damn. Like, I love Maki, but you can't be eliminating my girl Megumi like this.
Damn, second round? I feel like she's made it farther than that previously.
Megumi made it to the quarterfinals one year. Or no, made it to semifinals just because everyone was hate picking against someone.
This has been going on for so long. Oh, hey, look,
This is the 9th year.
We go to Group B, and there's Freeman's pick to win the whole thing immediately.
4th seed, let's go. Up against the girl from Devil's a Part-Timer.
Dude, there's no way Megumi doesn't win because, I mean, she has literally got a second round of content in Konosuba dedicated to her coming out.
Yeah, this needed to... If we had waited, like, another 3 weeks and Devil's a Part-Timer was airing again, maybe, just maybe, but Megumi's going to slaughter here. Look at her vote count
that is Emmy.
in the last
Holy
round.
Shit. What?
Look at her vote counts in the last round.
44,000, Jesus.
But more importantly, look at who Emmy eliminated last round.
Revy?
Tyler.
Oh God! Wait. Oh no!
So this is where we can pause for discussion. Tyler wanted to bring up about.
I'm not looking because I don't know half these chicks.
So anyway, so I wanted to pause for the conversation. What you were saying earlier, Tyler, about how you don't recognize any of these girls.
Yeah, I don't know who fucking this chick is.
There is so much recency bias that most of these characters are from anime that came out in the last 6 years.
You know, I am surprised though that Revy made it that far.
To round
I don't honestly. Her first opponent is a side character from Persona 5, which barely counts as an anime.
Oh, what the hell? Oh,
So
Jesus.
like, and even
Never
then, it
mind,
wasn't
then.
that much of a slaughter. Like Persona fans came in here, they're like, "Yo, I really like Makoto's sister."
Freeman, I feel like we should clip this whole discussion and put it on r/anime and see if anybody listens to this.
Absolutely, I don't want to get publicly slaughtered by these weebs.
No, no.
because-
Put it on because I
because-
want to hear what these filthy weebs have to say. Because they ain't got. They're clearly. It's already skewed. Why is video game characters in here? No.
Well,
Don't.
because,
the
because,
Persona 5
because
anime.
Persona 5 had 2 whole animes.
Oh, for
We're
fuck's
good,
sake!
according to Friedman. Look, Nobara's gonna
counts.
beat whoever this Ami girl is. Oh, Hibana fell out.
This
Damn,
Ami
Fire
girl,
Force
he says.
Fliz.
It's Ami
Wait, actually, you
girl.
haven't watched Toradora, have you?
Nope.
All right. Well, this Ami girl.
Man,
Anyway,
Yeah, this
you're right.
Ami
You're
girl.
right. You're
falling
right.
out
She's
to
going to lose
Fire
though.
Force. Hibana, the actual non-joke character from Fire Force. Oh, there's Mikasa charging up the. Against Momo.
She better win this round. Momo is not that good.
Momo
the fact that she beat
Freeman,
Anzu.
you were talking about a close vote.
Oh my
13
God.
How does
13
Momo
votes.
beat Anzu?
By
Anzu is
13
actually the
votes.
best girl.
Yo,
votes.
it's
all
literally.
time.
Oh my god, it's literally just
Holy
sex appeal
shit.
carried those.
This is
13
this is
votes.
what I get for not voting.
Freeman, how could you let Anzu down like that? Just like
How
the
could you let
Don't
Anzu
make me
down?
fucking
She's back
cry
on the
for letting
street.
this-
She's back on
You
the
did,
streets
though.
I
of
let this
Anzu-
beat down.
Anzu is actually the most pure, and you've let
back
her
on the
down.
streets, and you could have prevented this.
They're just back on the street.
All right, now we're back for a classic showdown. This is a 2006 anime versus a 2009 anime with Madoka Magica versus.
Wait,
King Theos.
Kohaku from fucking Dr. Stone lost?
That's
Damn.
right. She rightfully lost to Callan because
She
Callan's
did.
a better character.
Yo, Callan is pretty great though. Like, I'm not even gonna. I'm
She's
not gonna
ranked
disagree with
93rd
this.
seed. Ooh!
They both serve the same purpose in their
Violet better
respective shows.
fucking keep going.
Oh my God, Violet versus. All right, she's
This is
gonna
all
win,
I
but I
need.
want it.
Get-
I want
this
to
is
see it
all
get
the
close.
only
'cause
matchup
this'll
I
be
care
some
about.
spice.
How far could Violet go?
Who else? All right, Rory's out.
Sylphia?
All right. A lot of.
Fuck.
Also from Jobs
Sylvia beat
Reincarnation.
Lust
Also
from-
a good girl.
Who the fuck is this green hair chick beating Lust from Full Metal?
Well, if you'd watch Jobs Reincarnation, you know why she is a
What?
bean.
Oh, trash anime. Got it.
Yeah, Lust should have. Oh man, Elma
Dude, all right.
versus Elma.
My,
versus
my
Maria.
entire other anime group has finished Jobs Reincarnation, and they all loved it.
No,
Y'all
I'm
are
just
just
talking
haters.
mad.
I'll
I'm just
probably
talking
pick it up
mad shit.
eventually. I don't.
I
Think
just
Val will
wanna-
ever watch it.
Can I just bring the attention to there's the Lust Orihime fight? And I'm like, damn, that's Battle of the Titty right there.
I
Like,
can't believe Orihime lost this one. Damn,
I'm not
anime
surprised. You know, there's a lot of Lady D fans out there from Resident Evil
Dude!
8 that
Fans. Yeah,
probably
Lust
like.
does have that energy.
Elma
I'm
beat
looking. I'm
mine
seeing the
by
gap.
4 votes.
4 votes.
You could have
this-
saved the.
I
oh
could
my
have saved them,
God.
and I
You
didn't.
could have
Instead, I
saved
created
mine.
this delicious content.
Oh my god.
You
4
thank me
votes.
later, RNMA.
4
Europe-
votes.
Yes,
Yo.
Ryuko is going
Damn.
strong again this year. Every year she makes it a top 8 and fucks up, and I'm gonna.
I just
root for her to
wanna-
make the top 8 again.
I just also want to take a second for our American listeners. Listen, you guys, this is why voting matters. Get out there
This
and
is
vote.
why
Ba, ba, ba,
No,
ba.
I immediately regret what I just said. Ryuko's first victim was my original waifu, Mikuru
Oh.
Asahina.
Oof.
This is the price to pay for success.
Who the fuck is
The
Senko?
price to pay for.
Senko, from
Senko
Helpful
from-
Fox Senko-san. Short version, Fox Spirit. She comes to help this business guy who doesn't have any free time at all.
that
She's like,
explains
"Oh,
why
I will literally
Ryuko
cook for you
slaughtered them.
and do your laundry." And that was the plot. That was the whole show.
Damn, Himeko beat fucking Quetzalcoatl from. Oh.
Yes, I'm trying to remember what show. I know what show she was from.
Literally
It's the one where
boobs
it's
and
just
dragons.
like weird.
Like it's come on.
So Kokoro
come on.
Connect was a legitimately good anime,
Oh,
and she's arguably the best character in that show.
This is Yo, how? How?
Bro, they're the same character.
That's
They're
what I
the
was-
exact
that's
same
the funny
character.
part.
I
No,
swear to
Android
God.
18's a mother. I don't care, man. I
They're
don't
the same
care.
character.
They're not the same
stoic
character.
blonde antagonist who turns
I-
into a protagonist towards the end.
Listen to me.
Main
Annie
character's
doesn't
best friend is in
do-
love with him. Crone's
Doesn't
in
do
Android 18,
anything.
And Armin totally wants Annie. Same character.
Annie literally. I mean, you're not wrong that they're the same character, but Annie was literally in a fucking crystal the entire time.
All right, we're gonna just tick away before Tyler gets too heated.
What? I'm just
I
saying,
know,
bro.
Tyler, it's funny. I'm agreeing
Some
with
bullshit.
Yu Coco lost first round. Damn, the anime summer just hates VTubers.
Just hates
It hates
VTubers.
VTubers.
Rightfully so. It's not real
Who else is
anime.
eliminated? All right, almost no one importance in Brack one.
Another
I'm
fucking
voting for
character
Miwa
making
here.
it to the 3rd tier from Jujutsu.
Yep, it's taking over the spot that Hero Academia used to have. Of just like
because no one gives a shit
let's
about
get the
My Hero
shonen girls
anymore.
in here.
No.
Nia's gonna get murdered next week.
This is taking a while, but we just need the Friedman reaction every single tier. It's great.
God. Who got eliminated? All right, no
That's
one
pretty
important is
funny.
in here. Except
No one
another
important.
VTuber, Hosho Marine eliminated. I'm rooting for Nia, but she's
Maria.
definitely losing to Monica.
Damn,
here.
Maria from fucking from Villainous lost to this Nia chick.
This Nia chick? Oh my god, don't you dare speak that disrespect around me.
See, this is the whole reason for doing this. Kaide's still going strong against Yoko though. Oh man, Kaide versus Yoko.
Let's go, Yoko. Oh no. This means that Yoko and Nia would theoretically have to face off at the end of the quarter. No, yeah. They have to face in the semifinal of just this bracket.
If you're not first, you're last. That's how it works.
Yeah.
Why does Kay look familiar?
Because she's also from Kaguya-sama Love is War.
Oh my god.
It's the main character's sister.
I'm gonna downgrade my score to a 7 just because of all these Kaguya characters.
So this showdown bracket is funny. It's both the sister of the main character in their respective franchises.
Damn, Nanachi fucking lost to this other. Oh my god. Made in Abyss getting no respect.
Hey man, Rom-Com Snafu was one of the most hyped shows when it was coming out.
I don't know either. Oh, Albedo lost to whoever this is. Again, Overlord and Made in Abyss not getting any respect. No respect.
Oh, because she lost the main character of Pet Girl.
Who
all right,
the fuck cares?
The main character of a show that's very well received. But more importantly,
Tanya.
Nino
Tanya
is still in it. We got three of the quints are still in it.
Isn't this one of them? This looks like a quintuplet, or no? Am I just
no? She's from Zombieland Saga.
Okay. Damn, Tanya beat them by 80 votes.
80, yeah, it was close. It looked closer at first.
There's no way Tanya goes very far.
Everyone loves Steins Gate. This is going to be actually a pretty tricky matchup.
What, this?
Tanya versus because
you're gonna go
she's one of the two main females from Steins Gate.
Yeah.
And the other one already won Best Girl, so she's like the representative.
Oh no, Ritsu is gonna get slaughtered by Fubuki. I didn't even watch season 2 of One Punch, and I feel like this is not gonna go close.
I don't know. I don't know how many One Punch Mans are hanging out. One Punch Man fans are still hanging out on
look
the anime
at this
subreddit.
vote count. Look at these vote counts for Fubuki.
I know, but look at Ritsu's. They're pretty close to.
Ritsu, I guess.
If anything, more people voted against Fubuki than Ritsu's opponent, but they got roughly the same votes for them.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
And the last one. Oh, look, it's Hollow.
All right, so Luigi's girl is in it, and damn, Ryder lost.
Yeah.
Fuck. But more importantly, is up against the girl from Your Lie in April. And I'm sorry, but Kari's going to lose here. Nothing can stop the Hollow train. Everyone wants her to be in the finals again this year.
Man, we're only halfway done. This is great.
This is a lot.
I know, it's great. Oh, there's Saber.
Saber was 2 seed this year? What the fuck? Yo, Fate fans going strong.
Oh, we gotta blow through these like Friedman. Only stop if you see anything of importance.
Yeah, we're still too early for fun stuff. We got Satella
Hanji's in it.
Nezuko's gonna murder her.
Wait, why is Hanji in it? We don't know what Hanji is.
Look, the manga made it ambiguous for the longest time.
Oh, there's Nezuko.
Gonna destroy Menma. Ooh. Sword Art versus what is it? Rent a Girlfriend. This could be close.
Damn, Raphtalia's going up against one of the secondary characters from Violet. That's gonna be a slaughter, but that's sad.
Raphtalia's slaughtering.
Slaughterhouse.
It's more the closer Violet stuff gets to the top, the happier I am.
Shit, Nagus is gonna lose just because fucking No Game No Life fans have no game and no life.
Damn.
All right, Mio's gonna win here. Ichigo's still in it. As much as I love rooting for quintuplets, this one should lose. Ooh, Eris versus. All right, Eris is gonna win here. All right.
Oh, Hawkeye.
Another quintuplet. So we're at I think all 5 are present at the moment.
Yo, Katarina, let's go. I don't know who. Oh, wait, what's Chizuru
All right,
from?
so all right, Katarina's gonna win here. She's doing
Please.
from the show where you could like go back in time or you could de-age yourself and just re-enter high school if you fucked up in life. And she was this character who had the smuggest smile in existence. Oh, Zero.
Damn, 02's
Wow,
gonna knock
Zero
out a
Two
fucking
seated
maiden.
so low.
02's gonna knock out fucking camping though. That's sad.
God damn it. Fuck 02. Fuck. I hate this. I hate this. Darling in the Franxx should not be a household name in the anime community.
Damn.
It's not even good. It's not even a good show.
I
Why do people like 02 though? Like I don't even
know.
think
Like,
she's that good of a
I think
character.
she's just got the chaotic aesthetic. Like the same people who like, what's her name?
You say Revy?
Haru from Fooly Cooly.
Oh,
Like,
she does have the
crazy
same.
pink-haired.
Yo,
Yeah.
Freeman, you were
Yeah.
No,
talking.
I wasn't gonna compare her to Revy. It's just that she always reminds me of Haru.
You were talking about My Hero falling Uraraka all the way down at 87th seed.
Let's be real here.
I'm not.
A lot of people don't like Hero Academia anymore.
I know. I'm not disagreeing. I'm just Bulma's out round 1. Damn.
Jeez, who
She got beat by a lower
are
seed.
you? Why do I know you?
Fucking Bulma.
Oh, another Sakura sound. Never mind that. Taiga's gonna win there. Oh my god, high school DxD girl. Let's see if she can do this. She's up against Monica.
Asui versus Faye Valentine. It's fucking.
Ooh, that's gonna
be-
hurt to watch Asui win this.
Damn.
What do you
I have to vote
mean?
for Faye tonight.
Look at the
I have to vote
votes.
for Faye tonight.
Faye's gonna crush.
Faye is not gonna crush it.
You
Even
don't
though I
know about
want
that.
her to. I need her to, but she ain't.
Oh
Damn,
no.
my Valentine from Yu-Gi-Oh getting no votes.
Chihaya Fudu versus Yui
Damn.
Kaon.
Oh,
Which one do I pick here?
Freeman, don't tell Val that you're gonna go for Yui.
The thing is, I might have to go for Chihaya.
Oh
She's
shit!
so good. She's such a good character.
Jesus.
But Yui is like the most wholesome part of that entire show. Kaon.
I'm aware of it.
Freeman, Kaon.
But let's be real. Mio's my favorite Kaon.
I
gotta
know
root
that's
for her.
why.
All right, Kumiko, good.
Asuka.
What the fuck is Echidna doing in here? She shouldn't have even beat her first opponent. Like, I watched the show her opponent's on. Her opponent is the best girl in that show.
We finally got to another a non free win ReZero character in Ram.
Oh god.
26. Jesus. Oh hey, there's Rika. That's funny. Ooh, Tomoe. She's probably gonna-
Yoshi.
At least Asuka's still down there. Sorry, I'm still scrolling up to keep up with you.
Oh, and there's
I can read
Amelia.
everything clearly.
Charging
Hina from
in.
Hinamatsuri is still. Oh no. Oh.
Why
no.
did she win?
Yo, Hina should. Oh,
Oh,
please, Hina, come
no.
on, you can do it. You're too
No,
funny.
do you know who she's against though?
Tsukasa. Oh fuck, that's
Right? How do you
oh,
pick
no,
here? Do
no,
you pick
I lied.
literal waifu versus
waifu.
Hina?
Nope, literal waifu wins. Hina's great, but it's not even. You're right. You're right.
She's gonna look at how they massacred
we're
my
over
girl.
The moon. We're over the moon to Tsukasa.
Literal waifu every time though.
I'd vote if I
Literally-
knew if I'd vote for her if she was a moon goddess. I'd vote for her if she was a human. But because I don't know what she is, I can't vote for her.
Get the fuck out.
No, I vote for her.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
look,
gotta, man. It's
Alright, so Aqua made it 3rd seed.
damn Aqua 3, Megumin 4.
oh god, how much more do we have?
This is the
of
last
this?
tab. This is the last tab. This is the
So
last
against
tab.
domestic
Oh
girlfriend, she's
Jesus
done.
Christ!
Toga versus
This
Hestia.
is the big one, Tyler. We're
Fuck.
almost done.
Hestia's gonna win this one.
Probably off of
Yes.
My Hero Hate.
All right,
Although
Misato's still alive.
Villains do get a boost, so I don't know.
Misato's
Oh,
still
Mary
in the game.
lost. Fuck.
We got 2 Evangelion girls. Dude, Hestia is a walking meme. And she's got 2 of them. 2 memes.
Too mean.
Anyway, I hope Misato stays. Every year Armstrong gets in, and every year she doesn't make it that far
Oh,
because
it's
she's not
Futaba
anyone's waifu.
from
Oh, versus the girl from
Bunny.
Erased. Wow, Bunny Girl's still way more popular than I thought.
Good. Maybe everyone else finally got to watch the movie.
Yeah, oh my god, another Bunny Girl.
Rin
Girl up against a
Shima
Spider
Rin.
Girl.
Against who cares. So Rin should go. Oh, there's Darkness. Darkness is
not
four-
against who cares. This is
Who
this
cares?
is the girl that made Madoka big.
Who cares?
This is going to be a close
Rin
one.
Yo,
had
fucking
better
Misty.
Misty.
Misty one. Jesus Christ.
versus Alice from SAO. Oh my god.
Oh,
This is actually
sorry,
an interesting
Misty.
showdown. This is
Nah,
Yo,
Misty lost.
Darkness is
Sorry.
gonna
old and busted versus new hotness.
Old and busted new hotness, dude.
Ray. Kana, let's go.
All right, so all the Evangelion girls are still in it. Except I haven't seen what's her name from the movies.
Oh, the new chick.
Yeah, the new chick. She's the only one I haven't seen on the list so far.
Oh
so
shit,
Eva's
Izumi Curtis
representing.
versus Shion. Ooh, I actually
Ooh.
can vote in this.
Damn.
I can vote in this.
Fucking Yui's mom
don't
got
know.
nominated. What is this garbage?
What's garbage?
Nagatoro better slaughter her. Oh, Fumino's gonna lose the last one.
Over to the other side to finally finish.
Oh God.
This could not be a more
Toru.
different character matchup here. You
Yo,
have Cinnamon
Toru.
Bun versus
Oh,
like
shit.
the most edgelord villain waifu ever.
It's Toru
While you guys
versus
finish
Amagi
this up,
Brilliant Park.
I'm gonna take I'm gonna take
You
5.
go ahead.
Okay.
Well, I'll finish nerding out over this stuff.
Alice
Ooh,
is
who's
still
gonna? Which Kyoto Animation waifu is gonna win that? one?
Toru.
Yeah, probably.
43rd seed for a reason.
Yeah, probably gonna slaughter.
Yun's still in it.
Alice is still in here. Oh my god! All right, Salty's gonna win that. Union's gonna slaughter this whole round. She's gonna beat Salty.
Oh shit, another camping character, Enna.
Ooh, but she's up against one of the big ones from Steins Gate. She's probably gonna get
Yeah, she's
smacked.
gonna get slaughtered.
She also did an upset in her last round.
Oh, that's true. She beat a
Then we
girl
got-
from Tanya. That's why. She beat the
Damn.
secondary girl from
Oh
Tanya.
come on, she's okay. I maybe I see where it came from. That was a close one. That was less than 20 votes.
Oh shit, you're right.
All right. Wonder Egg versus Kill la Kill. Kill la Kill's gonna win here.
Yep.
Ooh, C2, another classic waifu. Who is she up
Akame
against?
versus.
Oh, High School DxD.
Irisu. Oh shit. I don't know who Iroha Ishiki.
Also from Rom-Com Snafu.
It's fine. Iris can lose. She's kind of boring from Fire
She's gonna
Force.
get smacked there. Yo, another Hinamatsuri girl's in it.
Yo, Kobayashi is 27th seed for the whole thing. That's
Holy
amazing. For the
And she's up against one of the Railgun girls. She's probably gonna win though.
hopefully
Railgun's not as popular as it used to be.
Sasha,
But
let's
Hitomi's
go.
gonna get slapped by a
Yo,
Demon Slayer girl.
Imagine if Sasha just put in a huge jump up to make up for Attack on Titan. That'd be hilarious.
She better. If she loses to Shizue, who had so little screen time and impact on her franchise, even though they're both dead, I'm gonna be mad.
Ooh, Shuna.
Ooh, oh sorry, no, the one below that I'm concerned about. So like the Aoi, she's the main character from the anime about making anime. Very
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Like One Punch Man has way too much sway, and it's gonna cause Tatsumaki to win, even though she sucks as a character. Oh, damn, Shauna's versus. Fuck. So you didn't watch it, but Val watched the one that Chio's from. Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun. I'm trying. You didn't watch along with her, did you?
Nope.
All right, that one's actually a hard decision. And then,
All
oh my
right.
god, I from Kaguya is going to slaughter Nagato from Haruhi Suzumiya, another OG waifu.
And with that, we successfully spent 45 minutes moving through the Weeb shit because
Holy fuck, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Hey, there was a lot. We had to go through the bracket, and it's a
Did we
tradition.
have
Yes,
to?
It's a tradition.
Yes,
at
we
this
had
point.
to. This is
Uh,
there are few things I enjoy in life, and going over the waifu wars during the podcast is one of those few things.
Yes. So why would you take
Jesus.
that from him?
It
But
brings
now-
me joy to make you all miserable.
Speaking now that we've talked about all the characters that are in all these shows, now we can actually talk about all these shows that we finished watching this season of anime.
Good Lord.
But let's take a break from anime
Oh,
because
swap
there's
it up a
something.
little bit.
Yes, because there's something very important that we have to talk about, and I have been waiting and promised that I would talk about on the podcast the Obi-Wan show.
Hello
What'd
there.
you guys think about it?
Have you both finished it?
Yes.
Yeah, I finished.
Saw it the day the finale
God,
came out.
We can talk about it then. I
Yeah.
am so conflicted on this show because there are moments of pure Star Wars bliss, and then there are moments where I'm like, just
Wait a minute. There wasn't
Fuck
a ship behind that other
you.
ship.
You're like, Mickey Mouse, what are you doing here?
like the moment to moment. I'm never gonna forget. Like, I said when the trailer came out, the whole line from the Grand Inquisitor of the Jedi Code is like an itch. I love that line, still do. I also said on the podcast, I think I said this last time because that episode had come out. If not, I absolutely love Obi-Wan's description of the Force when he describes it to Leia, when he says, hey, have you ever been alone in the dark and turned a light on? That's what the Force feels like. Those are lines that still stick with me as fantastic lines. And then the flip side is I think of Leia running through the fucking woods and jumping between a tree and the bounty hunter running up to the tree and smacking it with their fist and going, grrr. It's so dumb. Like, so over the top.
There are some dumb parts in this mini show. But there's that part. I didn't like the part the second to last episode because Tim, you and I spoke about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
The fucking Vader when he rips that ship out of air, and all of a sudden, gotcha. There's a second ship. It's like
there was another one.
There was no fucking second ship.
It doesn't even matter if there was.
So there was a second ship, but it's stupid.
It is stupid.
How do we let okay? Vader is one of the best parts of this show. Seeing Hayden take steps into the role along with the voice from James Earl Jones coming back, most of what Vader does is well done. I will say their first encounter with him putting him in the fire and everything is cool. And then literally just they set let's put the fire out, and then they light another fire and they just watch Obi-Wan get carried away.
Yeah.
Like that feels lazy.
Problem is everyone has original trilogy plot armor, and you have to be careful working around it, and it felt like they were just not careful with the first encounter. Like later on they definitely were, but that first encounter was
I don't know.
It was not.
It feels like there's a lot of that though, and like the tiptoeing is like blatantly obvious. Like you said, they have the plot armor already, and like of the series after it, and it almost to the point where I was like, well, what was the point of making this? If we know
that's
what's
what gets to me is like, this is a big gift to Star Wars fans, but honestly, is it something that was worth making on its own? Like,
it was fun to watch, but I don't think it was worth it.
It is so cool to see Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen step back into these roles, and it's fun. It was funny to see that dueling scene where it's like, wow, look at how much older they are than they were when they filmed the prequels. Hayden does not look like an apprentice anymore at all.
No, yeah, he looks like he could be a fucking master at this point.
Oh, hello, Hayden Christensen, Jedi Master from an alternate universe. Are you training against Obi-Wan still? Like, But no, like seeing images of him and the way they blend him into Vader, and he was the one wearing the suit, so it walks like him. Like, that's really cool.
Oh, and it finally solved my biggest problem with Darth Vader is that his speech pattern is so different from Anakin's. But during the scene where the mask is shattered and there's a little bit of blend between
that is
both Anakin talking with no voice.
Best audio mixing I've ever heard.
But it did a good job of like cementing that underneath the mask, he's still yelling the way he used to, and it's the tone change is attributed to the voice
mask
box.
Making it like it's funny how much we're now putting in that. Like James Earl Jones lives inside that mask even more than he did in the original trilogy.
Yeah. Did you guys know? Maybe Tim, did you watch Rebels?
No, I didn't.
I learned that they took that scene from Rebels.
Yes, I have seen that.
So
I didn't see Rebels, but I have seen that scene. It's literally the same ripping the left side of his mask off.
Yeah, Michelle's like, oh, they literally were doing the scene again. I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
and she showed me.
You know, I didn't think of that before, but now that you say that, I'm never going to lose that connection. Even though I've seen the clip of that fight with Ahsoka, so.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm fine they did it. I am going to be really pedantic and complain about something stupid here. But I noticed it it was the same episode with the Darth Vader ripping the ship out of the sky. Like 5 minutes before that, where the Inquisitors got Obi-Wan, and she's just like, I'm bringing Vader here to you. And then Obi-Wan's like, no, I'm bringing him here to you. That entire shot was surrounded both before and after with long static shots of their faces. And it became super obvious during those shots that the film team decided they didn't want to use tripods for this show. everything was on a handheld camera, and once I noticed that, every scene was way too shaky, and it
Hmm.
bothered me for the rest of the show after that point. And I wish
Interesting.
I hadn't noticed it because it was a actual style they chose, and it's just the camera's always shaking this whole show. It's never still.
Interesting.
There's that. Did you guys also notice the intense film grain
In general, or was there
in
specific?
general? No, just like throughout the entire show.
No, I
No.
There's
didn't
a
notice that.
lot of film grain. I don't know. Michelle and I were like, "There's a lot here."
I
Like
noticed how
What?
bright lightsabers are.
Yeah, lightsabers are very bright. I liked the overall composition of a lot of these shots, especially in the last episode. There's like a lot of like, oh hey, I could turn that into a desktop wallpaper, like,
But you know,
but
I don't
what?
disagree, but I feel like the flip side is they were trying to do that all the time. Like they really went out of their way to be
Yeah.
like, we don't need a realistic shot. We want everyone to be like, wow, look at this screenshot. Wow, look at this screenshot.
I mean, I'm cool with that. I mean, I could still objectively say that like this was a like slightly more than mid show at
Yeah.
best.
And that's what really kills me because like I said, there are such good moments and such low moments. Like,
Yeah.
and I don't want to imply they're terrible. Like no actor is doing a terrible job, but like it really just is. And I saw defenses on Reddit where people were like you're too harsh, you know. Star Wars always has had this silliness aspect to it, but like it doesn't have to be so blatant. Like I can never get over that Leia being chase scene or when she's running away from Obi-Wan in that market and like she's doing like literally cartoon darting between legs and he's like Leia reach miss, Leia reach miss like
Yeah, my guy,
or like
please. Yeah,
I
it's
can't
weird.
get over. I legit thought episode 6 was a time jump because it opens on the third sister on Tatooine. How did she get to
Yeah,
Tatooine after
that
being
Yeah.
stabbed?
and then all of a sudden
And why
you
is she
see a
there?
ship. Well, I'll say you also see that there's still Obi-Wan in that ship with Ice Cube
Still
Jr.
there.
It's still there. They're still being chased. It's like, and that was the first thing I brought up. I was like, wait, how did Third Sister get there so
Wait, was
quickly
that
after
actually
getting
Ice Cube
stabbed?
Jr. in it, or are you just making a joke about the way he
Oh no, I'm
looks?
being dead serious. That's his
All
son.
right, I saw him in Straight Outta Compton, but I didn't put two and two together that it was that was also him in this.
Yeah, that is his son.
I don't like and like what does she do? Why does she care? What is she accomplishing by going to Tatooine?
By hunting down a future Jedi, and
But
then deciding
why?
after
She
after
tried to
wasting
kill
all that
Vader
money on
and
fuel.
die and like got stabbed and she just walks it off and is like, I have this random message that Obi-Wan left, I'm guessing. I'll go find and kill this child? Like what? I so badly don't understand what her motivation was.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
boggles my mind to think like did they just decide not to kill her so that she can come back and they went what the fuck does she do like she just passed out and then Obi-Wan goes back and she's alive. I don't know, who cares? I just like
Hey,
I don't
at least we
understand what the
know
point was. I've
how
no
Luke's uncle got the limp.
no you know what it was? It's exactly that, Tyler. It's why does Owen have the limp and why does Owen care about these adventures enough to let Luke meet Obi-Wan? That's what it was. It was how do we
Mm,
have someone interrupt them so that Obi-Wan comes in and checks on Luke and Owen appreciates it and now he's less antagonistic towards Ben. That's the whole thing. They just shoot it's like they got to writing episode 6 and they went, "Oh shit, we don't have a reason for Owen to not hate Obi-Wan anymore."
right.
How does some writer literally raise their hand and was like, Luke is supposed to have met Obi-Wan and Owen hates the shit out of Obi-Wan right now. How do we get around that, guys?
Wait, hold on one second. At any point in A New Hope, does he mention Obi-Wan at all?
Yes, he knows who he is, and he calls him the old man who like tells stories and stuff. So
Yeah.
that was taken to be Luke has met and interacted with Obi-Wan before now, even though it's not regular.
It was the uncles. I remember Luke mentioning it must be old Ben Kenobi when he first sees the recording
Yes,
before, but I don't
exactly. I
remember
wonder
if
if
I
he
don't remember
means
if
old
Owen
Ben
actually said
Kenobi.
anything.
Yeah.
But like, does Owen ever talk about him at all? Because if he doesn't, they could have in theory
No.
left Owen mad at him Like they didn't have to like.
Owen. No. Luke.
It's
says,
literally
no.
he
They're
talks about
eating
him
dinner.
like
They're eating dinner, and Luke is like, "Oh, I was investigating the droids, and one of them has a message for an Obi-Wan Kenobi." And the parents and Owen and Baruch exchange a look, and then Owen goes, I think that Obi-Wan guy died. I don't know if Ben's related to him or anything or something like that. Like he says, I think he died in the wars, just like your father." But they do definitely talk. Like Luke brings up that R2 has a recording for Obi-Wan Kenobi.
All right, I'm actually watching the clip in the background. He says that wizard's just a crazy old man when he mentions him.
yeah, I always thought that he mentioned him as like an offhanded like, yeah, he's just this
Like,
fucking crazy
yeah,
person.
yeah, unless there's another clip, it might just be
I
that
don't
one
know.
line.
No, it's
Either way,
there's only
I think
one
it's much
scene
more
where they
point.
sit down to dinner.
All right, then it could go either way here.
Anyway, yeah, I mean, I could go on and on, but I don't want to drag out the whole Obi-Wan discussion too much. We could either easily.
Yeah,
make, like,
I'll just end it with I got what I asked for. I wanted to see more Darth Vader at his prime, and I'm seeing Darth Vader at his prime. That's all I wanted, and thank you for that. That's all
I
I'll
am
say.
conflicted on Obi-Wan's friendship power up. That was
What are you talking about? Friendship power up?
when he's literally buried and he goes, "But Leia though."
Oh yeah.
And then he literally Avatar the Last Airbender shoots rocks at Vader, and I'm like,
He just activates all for
man.
one.
What do you mean? He just does his standard Jedi power. It's established him. Sith, you shoot lightning. Jedi, you throw rocks. Nah, you throw rocks. Tim knows what I'm talking about. He doesn't want to admit it, but I'm right.
I just wanted a cool lightsaber thing.
We did. We got it. It was a pretty cool fight. It was good choreography, I thought.
It was. I'm not disagreeing that it was a good fight, but I just like. I don't know. He didn't have to just become even more powerful than ever before with his.
What do you mean he had to before he did it one last time in A New Hope? When you strike me down, I'll become more powerful.
He needed something.
That wasn't a vague warning. It was a based on our previous fights. That's what will happen if you
Based
strike me
on
down,
yeah.
Darth. It wasn't a threat. It was a
fucking promise.
reminder.
A reminder, yeah.
It is cool
Right.
how there are cool things that they drop for episode 4 in there, like when Vader goes, "Anakin, you didn't kill Anakin Skywalker, I did," and then he goes, "Okay, Darth, bye."
I'll be sure to tell your son that too.
But the flip side is like, why? Like this just begs the question of why doesn't Obi-Wan just kill him? Like,
yeah,
what's
oh,
the point
your
of,
brother's clearly dead. You should
you're
kill
like,
him then.
You're like, oh, Anakin's dead. Guess I shouldn't kill the guy who killed him then, instead of killing Anakin like I.
Yeah, that
planned.
was weird.
He just goes, you're beaten. I'll let you wreak havoc on the galaxy. Like, what?
I had no problem killing my brother, but since you're not my brother anymore, goodbye.
Since you have chosen to identify as a Sith Lord named Darth Vader instead of Anakin Skywalker, now you are no longer a valid target for me to kill.
Yeah, can't do it.
I don't know that. But again, that's the kind of just like little inconsistencies that when you put so much on a show that is in the middle of two timelines that are already established, you have to do it right, and people will notice these holes. People care enough to be like, yo, why does Leia go, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you served my father in the Clone Wars? Like, get the fuck out that Bail never accidentally mentioned that was Obi-Wan, not a guy named Ben. Like, oh, Leia, go to Tatooine and find Ben Kenobi, somewhat related to who is the guy who saved you. He's also related to Obi-Wan Kenobi from the Clone Wars.
Yeah, it's a little strange. But whatever.
Also, how did he get the blaster holster from the woman who blew herself up?
I wanted to know the same thing. Also, before that happened, the stormtrooper aim has not been its worst.
Oh my
Like,
lord.
we're talking almost point
The
blank range, and they're
hallways,
missing.
the hallway when they're coming up the hallway and just
Their
every
accuracy
shot
sucks.
goes wide. Literally no shot in this movie hits outside of like 5.
Yeah,
Also, how did the third sister get to the end of that smuggler tunnel before Leia when she was at the store?
I know.
Like, literally, the third sister teleports more than any fucking character in this show. Everyone else is, like, really consistent in terms of where they are, except
She just
her.
shows up wherever she's needed.
She literally. So, going back to anime.
Going back to
We're
anime.
going back to
Tyler,
anime.
you have to talk about this show, too, because you even watched it.
I did. You're right.
Spy X Family. Anime,
The anime
of
of the season.
Wow.
And then Tyler's here like, it was all right.
Yeah, I mean, it was all right.
That just reminded me that now I can
These
text...
aren't conflicting statements. It is all right, and it's also the anime of the season based on sheer popularity.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's fun. Like,
It's enjoyable.
it's entertaining, but there are some things, and like these guys have already heard it from me on Sunday when we were watching it. But like,
But the listeners should hear.
the listener should, yeah, hear and know that there are things that kind of take me out of the immersion with this show. Like, this show is what takes place, should theoretically, they doesn't really say it, but it basically, it's like, oh, the 1960s, right, 50s, whatever, where like, oh, like spies are at its prime, like we're at the Cold War kind of like Germany, East West Germany shit, like awesome. Like, I'm thinking it's gonna be like old school, like James Bond theme, and like it's pretty much like that, except like the world building around it, like all of like the world stuff that they just kind of overlooked because it's like, I don't know. I get what you're saying, Friedman. I think either you said or Tim said it. I don't know, but it's like, oh, why they went to an aquarium? Why is this the most modern looking aquarium? Like, or these school buses? Like, this is literally a brand new school bus from 2022. How come they have these? In fact, I'm surprised there are even school buses. There probably shouldn't even be school buses like that.
It's in this weird spot where it wants to be a modern day anime, but it needs a place and time where spies were big, and at the same time, it also likes being a concept where just cell phones don't exist. So they're almost just trying to be like, let's tell a story of a fictional present day. It's almost how they're going about it, as opposed to being let's do a semi historical setting.
Yeah, I guess, but then that shit kind of gets me confused, and it takes me out of it being confused like that. So yes, maybe I'm slightly, I'm one of those people, I guess, that like I have a hard time like Hunter x Hunter, right? Or just Hunter x Hunter, whatever the fuck. Right? The first thing, and I'm kind of glad that my friend told me this. He literally said ignore tech levels for this show.
Yeah, this is definitely a look fam. It's not that deep type
And I'm
situation with Spy
yeah,
Family.
and I'm just like, why is that? He's like, because it's gonna be all over the goddamn place. Like, it just don't worry about it. Like, the less you worry about it, like the better off you'll be. I'm like, okay.
Save yourself the mental stress.
And I kind of wish I had that same mindset going into Spy Family, but whatever. It's still good. It's still funny. I'll still watch it because it's funny. Like, but I don't think it's as big. I don't think it's as much of a banger as like everybody else believes it is.
Yeah, I think I ended up giving it an 8 just because of how enjoyable I found it. And I didn't give it higher just on objective rules in terms of how the plot structure has been, how serious it takes itself, what it's doing. Um, but overall, like I walk away from every episode and happy, so I give it a decent score for that. But yeah, it's not a 10 out of 10, despite how much we hype it up week to week. It's more just I want to see more Anya jokes. That's all I really
Yo,
want.
Starlight Anya is fucking hilarious, dude.
I understand and accept and can't disagree with your guys' points. This is as close. This came real close to breaking the 10 out of 10 score for me on my anime list. Again, another case of just for me, all the jokes landed, all the world building was fine. I know the tech and everything. I understand the concern from Tyler. I can't even argue with it. But every this is another show like Misfit, where everything just landed for me. There wasn't a moment there was like maybe a handful of moments where I was like, "Ooh, this isn't perfect right now," but everything just landed super hard. Like even thinking back to the Penguins when like Anya just is like chasing after a guy and she just screams, "Mom, I'm being kidnapped," just to get Yor to kick him into the ceiling. Like there's just so many funny like the volleyball is so like all of that is so dumb and funny, but then you cut to the wholesome moments of like when Anya gets grabbed at the grocery store and Yor just comes out and smashes the people taking her, or like the whole episode where they do the castle thing.
My god.
It's just all so over the top and fun. Like it's such a good balance to me of these wholesome, really genuine feeling family moments, the funny moments, and then there are the serious and action moments, like the first episode where where him and Yor meet up. Like that's all good, great action. So it just feels top to bottom like it's just hitting on all cylinders for me.
I feel that. Dog.
Either way, we don't have to wait long for season 2 or second core, I guess, in 3
Second
months.
core.
You know what we
So
do have
short
to
wait, and we'll be back.
You know what didn't hit on all cylinders for me? Or is this wait?
What?
Wait! I'm thinking of the wrong thing.
Oh, should I hit point 3 before we go to the next one?
Yeah, what is point 3? I don't.
So point 3, Unlimited Blade Works. So I got tired
God.
of you guys avoiding watching this great Fate anime. And while I was reorganizing my DVD collection yesterday, I noticed that I do actually own a Blu-ray copy of the original Unlimited Blade Works movie made by Studio Dean. And I never watched it because it's supposed to be bad. And I'm like, you know what? I know this is supposed to be bad, but I already own it, and I do want a refresher on the plotline with Limited Blade Works. Let's watch this. And when they condensed an entire 26-episode show, just to clarify, this movie came out before they knew they were going to make an Unlimited Blade Works anime. They condensed what barely fit into a 26-episode show into an hour-and-a-half movie. Completely just cutting out plot points, trying to highlight all the fights, not explaining power levels or anything. This was a trip. Because Studio Dean is a shitty animation studio, but they do fights well. For context, Studio Dean did Konosuba, where everything was super derpy, but it was great during a comedy show. But doing it during a show that's trying to be sort of serious, like Fate is, doesn't work. But the fights are still really good and decent movie quality. Definitely the worst way to consume this part of the franchise. But having recently watched Heaven's Feel, watched Fate Zero with you guys, having rewatched the Unlimited Blade Works plotline, I've come to an odd conclusion about Fate, and it's that Saber kind of sucks. all Saber does across all 3 of these is just like lose early and lose often. Is all Saber does during these routes. Like I haven't seen the Fate route because it got bastardized in the first Fate anime. I haven't read it, and for some reason Ufotable doesn't want to touch the Fate franchise anymore. So I'll never know. Is Saber actually good in her own route in the visual novel? Because it seems like she just keeps getting shit on every opportunity in every other storyline in the main Fate universe. And yet she's like number 2 seed in Best Girl competition. So we'll see.
Maybe it's her aesthetic, maybe? I
think it's more just what she represents. All Fate fans putting their... I would say put their fate on the line. I'm like, this is too stupid of a pun.
Yeah, it's too late.
That was it for that. Kind of whatever movie. But let's stop talking about anime and start talking about another whatever movie.
Yeah, so
talk about whatever movies.
Boys Night movie night last week, Tyler and Friedman were very into the idea of watching this Duel movie that came out earlier this year. DUA.
I'll clarify. I was the one who was most into watching this because I thought it was gonna be cool. And
true. And it
was
an
deceived.
interesting concept.
It was a cool concept. I didn't realize they were gonna go with this style of execution where it's just almost hand wavy. Please don't think too hard about what we're showing you.
Please get the message we're trying to tell you, and not actually think about the story here. We're trying to teach you with this movie.
That or just like every time wasn't Aaron Paul was on screen.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, the whole like I'm
Everything
gonna pay
was
you a
good.
different way, and then it turns into like dance lesson. Oh
well, we knew the subvert expectations was gonna
there's no way
happen.
we're about to have a candid sex scene.
This
Gotta be
movie
some
felt
weird
like
comedy.
look how millennial we are, where everyone's depressed and everyone just says what's on their mind, no matter how much it hurts the other person, because they have no filter and everything like that. It's just like, oh my
Literally.
god.
I'm just so butthurt. Like, all right, listeners, I'm going to spoil the end of the movie. The fact that there's no actual duel pisses me off more than anything else.
Yeah, I
That
get that. They subverted your Freeman, the duel
they did.
was the whole movie.
See, I wish
Yeah,
we would stop
right.
using the word subvert and start using the word blatantly ruin.
Subvert expectations to
I like how instead of the word subvert, blatantly ruin.
blatantly.
Just ruin your expectations. Just ruin the setup. I hate it.
It did. It did. I ain't gonna argue with that.
That said, this was an interesting watch. I don't regret watching it, but it's a movie I'm never going to watch again.
Oh, same.
Yeah, I will
I
never
don't
watch
plan
this
on
again.
it either.
I don't think I'd watch this for anybody else either. Like, I don't think I'd be like, if
Yeah, I
someone
wouldn't
was
wanna
like,
do
I
it.
really want to see this. I'd be like, have fun.
Yeah, I don't think I would ever recommend it either. I don't.
But the next movie
Yeah.
we watch is one that even I'm actually willing to rewatch.
Oh, I literally forgot we had watched this.
It's
What,
like 2 days ago. This is
so-
pretty
It was
recent.
literally
No,
2 days
I know,
ago.
but I forgot. I didn't. I meant like I forgot to put this on the list. Freeman, you actually haven't marked that you watched this on Letterboxd.
Did I not? Oh,
Nope.
that's right. Because I was
Tyler didn't either.
all right. Every time I watch with us, I'm good because I'm on PC. But every time I try to log in on the app, it always for some reason logs me out. So I just stopped using it. But I gotta
Tyler
mark it.
also did not. Oh
Either way,
shit! Kay watched My Cousin Vinny
Oh god.
yesterday.
Oh, I didn't
Good.
do what? What do you mean? What did
Did
I
you
didn't
mark
do?
that you watched Casino Royale on Letterboxd?
Yeah, I watched it forever ago. I
Yeah,
don't know
but
what
did
you want me to say.
do you log when you rewatch things?
No.
Oh,
Does
Why
Letterboxd show
would
you how
I?
much watch time you've accumulated? Because if not, then I wouldn't track rewatches.
I like knowing it anyway. I don't know. I haven't dug into it yet.
Yeah, I would know if I rewatched a movie or not.
It says how many
Here,
films
I
you've
should.
watched. Oh, the stats are for pro versions only.
God,
Here,
fuck them.
I will rate it
Annual
though.
and all-time stats are literally.
Oh, I
in the
did
paid
rate it
version.
though. I rated it this time. I didn't rate it when I was going through, but I rated it this time.
Anyway, listeners, for some context,
Why would you
I
pay $20 a
was
year for Letterboxd?
I was deprived of the James Bond experience as a child. I didn't watch
Yes.
any of them, except for one where I got dragged to theaters to go watch Quantum of Solace. And didn't like it. So because of that, I avoided most James Bond movies because it left a bad taste in my mouth.
So
And then I got to watch
Actually, what am I saying? It's a 4-star movie.
Goldfinger the other week or a couple months ago with my brother, and I was like, all right, this is the older style one. I do want to watch the rest of the Daniel Craig ones at some point though. We've been kind of bouncing around when are we going to start it, and we had an open Sunday, so we watched the first one.
Yeah, so this past Sunday we couldn't start my D&D game, so Val was sleeping and Luigi was over too, and we were like, fuck it, we're gonna watch Casino Royale.
I'm like, damn.
Boy, oh boy, is this still a good James Bond movie that has so much plot in it that I did not remember.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Like, you open
but yeah,
this movie and you're like, yeah, we're gonna go to the casino in like 5 minutes, right? And it's like, nah, dude, we're gonna get 2/3 of the way through this movie, this 2.5-hour movie, before we even go to the fucking casino.
yeah, I completely forgot about a lot of it. It was also a long time since I saw this movie
Yep.
too.
Nah, but, this
But it was
movie's
good
still
though,
great.
and now we're gonna watch Skyfall this Sunday, I think.
Assuming
Right?
everything else still happens.
What do you mean,
we
Leslie
might as
ain't
well.
fucking coming over?
We might as
She's
well.
gone 2 Sundays, right?
Yeah,
We definitely
Just
still
doxing
could.
her vacation plans live on the podcast.
yeah, yeah.
Anyway,
I don't know who this person is.
No, but
doesn't matter.
Casino
We'll
Royale
make
was
some
really
James Bond
good.
progress.
It was great to
I'm
see.
enjoying it
Friedman,
overall.
what did you think of Casino Royale, having seen it for the first time now?
Oh, it was really good. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, much better than Casino Royale, right?
Quantum of
Well,
Solace.
much better than Quantum of
Out of
Solace.
Solace, I mean, shit.
Yeah. Because, like, I don't know, when I saw Quantum of Solace, everyone wouldn't shut up, like, this is the most action-y James Bond has been. It almost didn't feel like a spy movie. Whereas this one had a good balance of being actiony and feeling like a spy movie. So, all in all, good.
Yeah, no,
Hell
there
yeah.
is some great spycraft in this movie. It's really fun.
I don't know, even though we're getting through the Daniel Craig ones, my brother and I have a promise now that whenever we're both home for like family events, we're gonna try to watch another older Bond movie.
Hell yeah.
So
If you
I'll
need
eventually get to the
recommendations, you
backlog
know
with
which
him.
2 people to ask.
Oh, we'll do.
Yeah. Yeah.
The one video game on this entire list.
The one video game, because Tyler's been playing video games lately. Accumulation Repercussions, the sequel.
Oh wait, I forgot to put my one game after this.
Also known as Mass Effect 2.
Hell
I
yeah.
beat that game.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so I carried over my character from the first game, and this is a replay. Or yeah, like this is my second ever playthrough. The last time I beat this game was like over 10 years ago, so
You're
it was
due for a
nice.
refresher.
I was due for a refresher, and I was curious for a long time because Mass Effect 2 specifically was on my list for a very long time. Not just because I haven't played the DLC or anything like that, but like I wanted to honestly know. I'm like, does Mass Effect 2 like because my taste in games completely changed, I think, and like my opinions. Like I played this game since before I went to school to like make games and shit, and like I've had 10 years of growth or non-growth, whichever you guys want to call it, since then. So I was like, yeah, I'll play this game again. And when I tell you that it lives up, it lives up. I enjoyed this game, and when I played through the suicide mission, and like I seldom get this every once in a while, but like the upsetness of like whatever, but like damn, I'm like I like this suicide mission is great, but I'll never forget. Like I'm never gonna experience the suicide mission for the first time ever again, and that's depressing.
Yeah.
Like
That's
I
fair.
remember being so on the edge of my seat the first time I played that, and like my eyes glued to the TV, like not blinking. Like, is everybody gonna be alive?
Mm-hmm.
And now this time I was like more confident, obviously, but I was just like, damn, I don't have that same feeling, but I still loved this game from beginning to end. It was great. And so I'm gonna play Mass Effect 3, but before that, I'm gonna beat Police Knots. Because I've been meaning to beat that.
Is that
So
what you were playing
yeah.
before?
Yeah.
That is what I was playing before I was playing Police Knots. I'm fucking stuck though. Because for some reason, like in classic, well actually not in classic, like usually in visual novels from like the small amount that I've played, it's like all you have to do is just really click on the story important stuff to make progression. But apparently in Hideo Kojima at the time was a fucking crazy person, and you literally have to click everything if you want to fucking get through it. So like I'm clicking on everything, and I just can't figure out what to do next. But yeah, that's it. Sci-fi games.
Nice.
Fun space adventures.
I mean, Mass Effect 2 is just still going to be a classic. I still want to play it someday if I ever get the chance to actually play through the Legendary collection myself.
Dude, it's worth it, Tim.
I
It's so worth.
I believe you. I want to do it. I need to have an office again, which I will
Or if you just
hopefully
wait,
2
if you
podcasts
just
from
wait
now.
long enough, you can backseat when Henry plays through it.
There you go.
And I played with mods. Holy shit. Well, you watched me bypass the mini games. I'm like, fuck these mini games,
Yeah,
dude.
I don't understand. The hacking
Dude,
ain't
I
that
do.
bad in Mass Effect
They
2.
were fucking boring,
They add
dude.
to the
Come on.
tension.
Boring. Absolutely boring. You know what else was fucking stupid? The Mako missions in Mass Effect 1. You know what I did to at least make it slightly better? Fucking download a mod that made the car go faster.
I mean, that's
Like
fun.
like recklessly fast. What else did I do? Oh yeah, there was like improved FOV. Like I didn't do any like game breaking stuff. I either did like a few like small cosmetics. All right, I slapped one cosmetic on Garrus because I hated his scuffed armor.
Nope. The
Uh
scuffed armor is the real armor.
no, I hate it.
Can't
So it
convince me.
doesn't
It's the
matter.
canon armor.
I don't have to. It is the canon armor. You're not wrong. I still hate it. I already played with it, so I don't have to play through it with that again. Same with these mini games. I didn't want to touch these mini games again. But like aside, like that's the only cheating thing I did. Um, I improved the FOV because I was like, damn, actually changing this to like 90 or 100 FOV is so much better. I can actually see past like Shepard's shoulder pads.
Hmm.
So yeah, if you like it, and like anyone who's into Mass Effect before or is a new player, I highly recommend the this Legendary Edition. I really can't recommend it enough. It's really good. What's this next thing? Where are we at? Oh yeah,
Oh, Monster Hunter Rise.
your
Friedman's video game.
I'll be super short about it. So it was on sale when Capcom was doing all their big announcements for Sunbreak. I didn't realize it's coming out in like, I think it's less than a week from now. Either way, half off is what I've been waiting for. I didn't want to pay full price for another Monster Hunter game because it's very similar to World. And playing through Rise, I'm gonna say it's very similar to World. Like, part of me wishes I didn't remember how to play because it's making the early part of the game so easy when I just like know the game in and out. That said, it is fun just starting over from the beginning and just needing to get new gear and beat the new monsters and stuff. It's really cool. I don't really like the wire bug gimmick and the full like you can jump anywhere shit. It's a gimmick and it feels like it. But at its core, this is Monster Hunter. It feels like Monster Hunter, plays like Monster Hunter. It's just as fun. So I'm working through it slowly but surely.
slowly but surely.
I mean, it's more that I can just hop on for 10 minutes, do one hunt before I have to go do something else. Because like I haven't sat down to play it for more than 20 minutes at a time since last weekend. So
Ah,
it's just fun to have a game to play in short bursts like that. That's all I'm gonna say about
Understandable.
that. Not too much there. I'm not gonna get Sunbreak when it comes out. I'm nowhere near close to beating the main campaign of this. And if I'm a patient enough gamer, maybe I can get it when it goes on sale like next year.
from what I learned that you're gonna try to play Monster Hunter with Aiden. Try to.
Yeah, we were talking about it before. I definitely do want to play co-op again because it's like it's the way to play Monster Hunter.
It's the way, my brother.
And they made a decent number of, so like, all right, I wasn't gonna talk about too much, but like, so you know how you had your Palico in World. You
Yes.
also have a dog now, which makes transportation really fast, but it means that when you're solo fighting, like there's another thing to draw aggro away from you. Like when you're doing a 4-player hunt in Monster Hunter World, like you all share aggro equally ish, so you're not always just getting hunted down by the monster. And when you went to do single player, it was still only split between you and your Palico, so it was still not that much of a split in attention. But when you're doing solo and you have two people drawing attention from you as NPCs, it definitely improves the single player experience.
Mm.
So it's not as tough where you feel you need to get people to help you. Either way, it's a lot of fun playing with other people. So if I see Aiden on, I'm going to try and play with him. But that's it for Monster Hunter Rise.
You know what else is rising? The end of the season of anime.
I thought you were actually going to transition to complaining about Shield Hero for a second.
No.
Jesus.
Oh God, no, because that's the one show I can't talk about because random unnecessary 13th episode hasn't come out yet, so we're gonna have to save Rising of the Boring Hero for next time. But I'm just gonna
We'll
blast.
save the rage.
I'm gonna blast through a couple shows for the end of the anime season because we are steaming off into summer season starting in the next 2 weeks. I don't know if we're gonna have any shows to talk about by next time. But
I'll check in the background while you're going.
let me blow through a couple shows on my anime list that I rated and enjoyed over this season. In no particular order, not in terms of quality. I already talked about Kagi and Spy Family. Actually, I guess there's only 3 shows left really. Skeleton Knight in Another World, aka if Ainz was alone and a paladin. Basically, if Momonga was a character, was a character in his own show with no assistance instead of Ainz. I gave it a 7 out of 10. It's a really fun time. The character is super overpowered, like legit super overpowered. It's another guy who went to sleep and woke up in an isekai body, but it's not just him in his character. He also has his character's curse, which is kind of cool. honestly, it's nothing incredible, but this is another case where I live on air, I'm gonna knock this down to a 6.
Damn.
It was fine. It wasn't
Live on
anything
air.
incredible. It was fun to watch. I actually enjoyed watching it every week. This is one of the shows that I did not start at the beginning of the season, but when I needed shows when Henry was born and I was watching him on weekend mornings, this is one of the ones that I picked up, and it was a fun time. I did like it a lot. It's not anything super extraordinary, but it's a fun isekai. Action is
Interruption. Tim, nearly every show that we care about will have had its first episode air before the next recording.
okay, cool. So we'll be able to do our beginning of the season. Let's talk about what we're gonna watch. Another show that I'm gonna tick down to a 6. Dance Dancer. Now this was obviously on here. This one I picked up because honestly it's kind of interesting. It's kind of a sports anime, but also Val did ballet for many years growing up. Renee did ballet. She their family, the two of them did dance for a long time. So I was like, Val, we should at least give this a shot. And the animation style is weird, and it's pretty predictable. But honestly, there are a few glimpses of really incredible animation to really stylize some of these dances. Like they really lean into the kind of the mind's eye of how things are actually playing out on stage. And it really makes you feel, honestly, it does one of the most important things I would think a sports anime or anything like this could do, which is show the characters absolutely fucking loving what they do and getting so carried away with it that like there are scenes where the main character just keeps dancing when he's supposed to stop, and everyone's like, dude, what are you doing? Your scene ended, and he just keeps dancing because he just can't not love the dance.
Can't stop.
Yeah, and it's wholesome, and I like it, honestly. It was really fun.
Well, all right.
Again, if you don't have any
Would
interest
you
in,
recommend it to the two of us? Is the big question.
Yeah.
probably not, because it doesn't really have any it's not it's a pretty, I will say, if you're, I mean, it's about ballet, so big surprise, there's a character who was there's a character whose backstory is basically I was an abused Russian who was forced from a young age to like break my entire body. One of those classic like sports anime things where it's like I've been molded
Gotcha.
since birth by a terrible grandparent. There's definitely good moments. If you have, honestly, it's better than try. I would recommend it above just like starting some random show. I'm certainly not trying to not recommend it. And like I said, if you're looking for a show that is kind of feels good but also shows people being excited about something, and I mean, it's about a boy who gets into dance, who loved dance as a kid, but then he had a super gung-ho action star dad, and he's like, wow, I can't be a loser who likes dance. So that's also that also plays into a lot of it, of him struggling with, my friends literally bully this other kid who does dance. Like, do I stand up for him? Do I do dance? Do I even tell them I do dance? All those kind of things.
Gotcha.
So it's fun. And then my honest to God, other than Kaguya and Spy Family, which are like a whole other tier, my actual Misfits Academy award for the season goes to Trapped in an Otome Game.
Oh God.
This show, not great action, but man, main character it's like Villainous if the guy who got trapped in Villainous wasn't someone who played the game for fun. It was a brother who was bullied, who was blackmailed by his sister into 100%ing a dating sim where he grows to hate all the guys the character can date. Oh my God. And then he gets transported to that world and he's like, fuck all these guys. I hate these nobles. They're such assholes. They're so pretentious. And then like he's just better at them than everything. He basically finds the premise in episode 1 is this guy dies after 100%ing an Otome game that he hates. Wakes up in the world as a random kid in a middle of nowhere nobody, and comes back, or knows the location of a real world top tier cheat item that he paid for back when he was alive. So he goes there and gets the cheat item and then uses that to become super powerful. But he mentally can't get out of the mindset that I'm a background character in this video game world, so I don't really matter. So he literally like has a self limiter on where he's like, "Nah, I'm a loser mob character. I'm not allowed to have people like me." And then he
Listening
just
to
but
Yeah.
he just smacks around the main cast of like pretty boys and wildly upsets the original dynamic of this world. Um but the funniest part is that pretty quickly you find out that so the character, obviously he gets close to the character that he plays the game as, this girl who's basically um like the main character in Villainous, another blonde girl who everyone is supposed to fall in love with. Um and another girl shows up doing exactly what that girl did to make every boy fall in love with him and builds the harem. So there's someone else in this isekai who is trying to play it the way the game had you play it and not cheat as somebody else, who used their game knowledge to cheat the system and speed run to the end of the relationships with all the boys from the harem.
Oh God.
So
What the
it's
fuck am I
pretty
listening to?
it's
Right? What am I listening to?
look, Villainous is funnier, but every Sunday morning I would wake up, I would feed Henry, he would take a nap, I would make my breakfast, and I was like, I can't wait to make the first thing I watch on my Sunday morning relaxation Otome game. That no, that's the best recommendation I could give is on my when I was on my limited relaxation time by myself these days. Henry was asleep, made myself breakfast, and I would watch Otome game, and that was my Sunday mornings. And it was so entertaining. It was super fun. The main character is an asshole. Everyone calls him an asshole. He knows he's an asshole. He makes his first $1,000,000 by betting on himself to beat up the pretty boys in a duel, and makes all the other students hate him because they all bet against him. Because obviously, fuck this random guy. So they all hate him forever because he made them all lose their money betting against him. It's
How
super
far in does
fun.
that happen?
That's like episode 4.
Oh, stay mad. You should have bet on the Giga Chad, dude. But anyway,
But yeah, that's all the
that's
shows
it.
that I watched this season that finished. Like I said, we'll talk about Shield Hero next time because that's still, after having the most finale out of 10 ever, somehow is not over still.
That's right. We still have a chance at redemption.
Freeman, if you had to rate,
However
hold
small
on,
it may be.
if you had to rate Shield Hero season 2 right now,
Oh man.
because I'm
So
going.
like so I'm approaching it from a 5, and the question is, do I go down to a 4?
Nah, go down to a 3.
You know what's funny?
It's
I
not
would
it's
almost,
not that bad.
I would say at least a 4 because I only gave the first season a 6.
Yeah, I need to reevaluate what I thought of season 1.
Yeah, this like goes back. Well, I'm not reevaluating.
Well, I am.
Well, I know.
Well, I am.
No, I don't think I want to retroactively lower that, but like this season is just woof. Anyway, we'll save that for next week.
2 books.
Yes,
Ew,
books.
words on paper.
Yeah. Well, one of them was words on paper. The other I listened to. So
Ooh, words in air.
words in air, kind of like this thing that we're doing. So I've been reading books with my girlfriend Michelle, and we were reading these books that oh my god, what were they called again? I mean, the second of these books were Bloody Rose. The first one was Kings of the Wild, and I believe I talked about it last time, like a while ago. This is the sequel. Oh yeah, it's a part of the Banned trilogy. The third book's coming out this year, but we're not reading it because this book was utter shit. Uh, yeah, it wasn't good. Basically, the premise, it's about this girl. She's like a barmaid, but she's got, ideas of grandeur. She wants to go on adventures, and she's basically this groupie also. She like follows all of these mercenary bands and like their exploits. And one of these her favorite band offers her to join them on their escapades as their bard. and that's basically the entire book. Obviously, there's a little bit more to that, but I'm trying to keep it short. The first one had a lot of promise, but this one just wasn't that good.
Damn.
Yeah, highly don't recommend this one.
Can I ask a
The first,
question?
yeah, the first one was actually not bad. Kings of the Wild, and this is both of these books are by Nicholas Eames, if anybody's curious. But the first one was all right. I still kind of recommend it if you want to laugh here and there. Like it's funny. Michelle does not. And we both didn't like Bloody Rose at all. Like we thought this was like pretty abysmal as like stories go. However, if you were to go online, you will find raving reviews for both books. So I guess you could take my opinion with a grain of salt if you want, but I don't know. I just wasn't feeling this one, and the first one was like mid at best. It was like if I were to give it a score, like a 6 or a 7 out of 10.
How far into it were you when you realized you weren't feeling it?
The Bloody Rose.
Yeah.
Oh God, like the first quarter of the book. Like
Oh
I was probably
wow.
like,
Jeez.
yeah, I was probably like 80 pages in. My biggest turnoff originally was the main character. It's because like you really can't trust a lot of shit that she says. Um, she is the POV character for the entire book, and like she's this groupie, and I get like the whole point of the book is to be like is basically like don't meet your heroes, kind of, and I say kind of because
Uh-oh.
now are good people,
I wasn't sure if it was just me.
Yeah,
Tyler, we
no,
lost you for
Tyler,
like a
you just had
second there.
for like 5 seconds.
and I'm
You
just
just
like I feel like oh still
no, you're okay. You're good
No,
now.
now
You're
you're
good now.
fine.
But there was like
am I
an
still here?
audio blip.
Oh, weird. Oh, basically, I was saying that there was like some kind of like, message supposedly, like don't meet your heroes, but she befriends her heroes. Like it's all over the place. There's ex machina after ex machina, and
Oof.
that was kind of carried over from the first book. And in my opinion, it's lazy as fuck writing. And like I remember like reading some reviews, and they were like, I don't want to call it lazy writing, and I'm like, no, random Amazon reviewer, you're right, it is lazy writing. It's garbage, but people like this, so I don't know. Like literally almost every major problem was solved by something coming out of nowhere with no explanation and saving the day. So
Damn.
yeah, take that for what you will. And like the first one had it a decent amount, but I forgave a lot of it because a lot of it was funny. Like I genuinely laughed at a lot of it, but like it wasn't objectively a good book. And this one didn't make me laugh, so it's just a bad book. Um, However, what is a certified banger, the second book in the first Mistborn trilogy, The Well of Ascension. Now that, now that's a fucking banger. Uh, and I talked about listening to this is a while ago when I had finished the first one, the hero or not the Hero of Ages, that's the third one, the Final Empire. So this second one's the Well of Ascension. It takes place like a year after the first book, and it all revolves around the same characters and the events of after the first one and how they're trying to basically take over this whole civilization that they you know that this group of people from the first book kind of took over. And now I'm reading the third, well, listening to the third one, The Hero of Ages. So you'll get my opinion of that. I feel like I have a lot more to say about Well of Ascension and like all that, but like I'd rather just kind of cut it here. It is getting way over. I'm assuming what, Tim? We're over 2 hours at least for sure.
2:15, 2:13. Let's
Oh boy,
go.
Yeah.
this is a long
No.
one.
Yeah, no. I'm just gonna say Mistborn Well of Ascension is a banger. You should, if you're into like Brandon Sanderson stuff, definitely give this a read. Well of Ascension was better than Final Empire for sure.
Cool.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Alrighty. Well then, we are finally going to end it here. There was quite a lot to discuss between brackets and and hello there's and
Hello there.
There was a lot to do, but we are done
There's a war
finally
with
with a
waifus.
long podcast. But we will be back in 2 weeks for my final session before I have an office again. Hooray! But
Let's
until
go.
next time, thank you all so much for listening. My name is Timpedia,
I'm Friedman.
Just Tyler.
and we'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for listening.